Something.
It's just 4.
Sorry for being a little late, everybody, but we're here now.
And the music is mixing, and it sounds really bad.
Yay! We're here. Welcome everybody to All
Hey.
Nerds Live. It's the 3 of us today. Of course, Levi and Gibbs. Gibbs is here.
Bad Batch
What's up?
Watcher.
Bad
He's
Batch
about to
Watcher.
watch so much more
Is it-
Bad Batch this fall.
Oh
Can't
god.
wait.
no,
There's
we're
gonna be a
swamped.
huge,
That's what I
there's
do
gonna be a
best.
huge
Bad Batch.
increase in Bad Batch watching.
That's what I
It's
do
true.
best.
It's true. So, gentlemen, there's a lot to get to. I feel.
I know.
I
I
think
was
so,
like, I
too.
sort of sat down and was like, man, what is this? Be kind of a dead day, and I was like, wait a
Yeah.
second, it's about to be
You know,
SDCC. There's tons
SDCC
going
is
on.
this weekend, and that's big. And SDCC has
Chad.
been like, so crap late. Like in the past couple of years, like no one has shown up. It's
It's
been like
COVID, you know.
DC pulled up, Marvel pulled
Well,
out.
this is the first one since 2019, right?
Is
Big
it?
one. Yeah, right.
Anyways, I don't know.
DC pulled up, was like, whoa, we're selling Warner
I don't
Brothers.
think they did
Yeah,
it during
everything's
COVID.
bad.
That's
Or
yeah,
it's
which is
virtual,
not
maybe.
because they had their own. Obviously, they had DC fandom, so that was the whole.
The first DC
whole thing.
fandom was hype. The second DC fandom, Garbo. I
Was it that bad? I don't.
just think it's weird. I know
What?
that's a hot take. I'm not as into
Just,
DC
like,
as the other ones, but
Concept
it
of it.
just looks so janky. Like the Rock standing in like that big fake CGI dome.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
the dumbest.
the
things I've
rock
ever
in the
seen.
dome is pretty.
The Rock in the dome,
Is pretty
and then I mean everything. We haven't seen a Flash like thing since then, and that movie's
Well,
just been. It's just been.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going on with that.
We'll get some
Yeah, we'll see.
DC today.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But,
Maybe, or tomorrow.
pretty exciting.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to get to. I don't know what we want to start off with. I mean, this is a minor thing, which we can probably just talk about now. But there's been a rumor going around, a kind of a leak that people are thinking is real. I don't really know the validity of it, but
Talking about book
that there's a book of
Boba. You muted. You're muted. I can tell you what he said though. He said Book of Boba season 2.
yes.
On a Spanish Disney Plus. Espanol.
So-
and all
Looks
the-
pretty real.
And that's been spreading around. Yeah,
I hope
Maybe.
so.
I hope so.
As a big Book of Boba fan, I hope so.
I hope
I
Boba. I'm open to see more. You know, it's just
Yeah, I'm interested.
in love with the
I'm
first
interested in the
season,
story,
specifically with the
they
Boba
tell.
stuff. I want to see more.
Yeah.
I want the show to actually be Boba though. Like
Yes.
I don't want like you know.
Yeah.
So,
Eh.
I hope.
I want more Tem in my life.
Or that's yeah. I need more Tem. I want him actually like. I want to see him actually like. Rule. Tatooine, not just
See,
like kinda.
I'm the opposite. I would rather see him off-world more.
Yeah, I'd rather see him
I'm-
on.
Or off.
Starfield.
That's true.
A lot
Off-world
less
is fine.
interested in Tatooine nowadays. I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
that
Actually, you know,
it
that's
was
a
sort
great
of played
point.
out.
Or Tatooined out.
I think maybe Cobb Vanth could just take over, and maybe he's just like, you know what? I don't want to.
Well, we know at
Tatooine
least from
anymore.
the Mando season 3 trailer that we saw that Din goes to Tatooine at some point, or someone does.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
you see
Boba will
Peli in the
Season
trailer.
3?
Yeah, and you
Yes.
see it. So at that point in the timeline, Boba would be like in charge.
Mm.
So I think you can make a logical jump that Boba is
Mhm.
probably going to be in season 3.
Mhm.
I think that's a logical assumption. But
Yes.
like,
Say so?
if he goes off world to sort of be part of the Mandalore plotline, and that could like weave into whatever he's doing in a potential season 2,
Yeah.
that could be cool.
That
You
could
know, like what if he's part of the tribes, the clans, the clan war, and he joins on Din's side. And it's like Din and the
One
Din
would
and
think. I hope at this point that Boba and
Din
Mando
Din
would
and
work
the Din and the
together.
Spice Lords. He's like,
Right.
I'm here for you.
I'll work for you. I'll work for you, Mando.
Mando.
Fight for Mandalore. So yeah,
Gibbs is a comic owner.
Gibbs is a comic owner.
Man,
I gave
not
you a
as
few,
much as
right?
these other guys, but
That's
I just like the comment, you know. Just wanted to highlight the comment.
that was a good comment.
Good comment. Good comment. Thank you, Anchorman.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Personally.
I hope it's real. I mean, one would think because it's it
when do
looks
we think
official.
this would be coming out? Even
I think it'd have to be
End of next year? or 2024.
Well, that's
early
the, so that's the
2024.
thing with these Star Wars shows is you think one thing, and then somehow they announce a new show you didn't hear about that's coming out within
Right.
a year. Like
It's coming out
Crew.
Yeah.
sooner.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it's like,
is
huh?
that as all these shows that are slated are all coming out in the next few years, like you have
Like
to
Skeleton
assume the
Crew.
ones that are coming out now
Yeah,
are
it's
going to have season 2s and continuations.
I mean, even
So-
Book of Boba Fett was that way, where instead of
Yeah.
Mando season 3, they're like, "Oh, surprise, Boba Fett
Surprise,
show."
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
That is true. That is
And
true.
speaking of Skeleton Crew, just a quick thing I wanted to touch on because it was going around.
Yeah.
There've been a couple of casting rumors about that, which
Right.
which has been cool. But also the fact that
Interesting.
the budget has been published, and there's like I don't know how they do it, but there's like some the filmmaking record where they have to
Yeah, I
like, record the
think they
budgets
have
and
to
like
publicly.
there's like something about it with like
Yeah.
how much the state is paying them in taxes or whatever. It's out there publicly, and it's $136 million, which is, for frame of reference, the first 2 seasons of Mando were about 100 million each, and Obi-Wan I think was like 90 or 100 or
Yeah.
something like that, and this one is 136. So
Yes, you got some of that definitely is going to Jude Law.
Right.
Not a cheap actor.
That's
I
true.
don't think Ewan and Hayden were either though.
That's
I
also
mean,
true.
I think in terms of percentage of budget
I
going to the
suppose.
actors, I think Obi-Wan for sure is the most
Who's-
percentage of that.
You think I don't?
Who's
yeah.
more of a bigger actor, though, Jude Law or Ewan
I
McGregor?
think Jude Law is bigger than
Really?
Yeah.
Ewan.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm asking too. I don't know.
Ewan hasn't been in anything like huge besides he was in Christopher Robin and and
Dr.
Harley
Sleep
Quinn.
Big Fish, big right?
He's in
Dr.
Dr.
Sleep was
Sleep.
not a big movie though. That was
That's a good movie.
It's
that
Tim
was a
Burton movie.
failure.
It was a failure. Oh, good movie.
Didn't
Good
do-
ass
didn't
film.
do very well. So you
Good ass
that's
film.
interesting. I've heard it's not very good. I'm a big Shining fan. Have not seen that.
Oh, I
movie.
think it's great,
No, no.
especially the director's cut.
Isn't
I
it
think
Tim
it's-
Burton?
No.
Tim, but what do you keep bringing up?
What are you
Tim
talking
Burton?
about? It's the Shining.
I'm talking about the sequel to The Shining.
No. I'm talking about Big Fish. Which are we saying is it?
Doctor Sleep. We're
Oh,
talking about Dr.
yeah.
Sleep.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I know.
matter.
Doctor Sleep. yes.
Anyway, he's been
I
in
would
stuff.
maybe
though.
put them on par.
was
Anyways,
listening-
It was
Jude Law
okay.
did.
Doctor Sleep
Jude-
was okay.
Jude Law did he did Captain Marvel, and then that
Now
movie
it's
with
Mr. Ripley.
yeah,
No, I mean
he just feels like a
recently-
bigger
recently.
name a little bit, but
I don't know.
when he's in the
Comment
Fantastic
down below who
Beasts-
you think is a bigger actor.
Fantastic
He-
Jude
Beasts
he-
movies.
he-
Law or
he-
Ewan McGregor.
Jude Law did that awful freaking vessel for Ryan Reynolds' wife. What was it called? I saw it in theaters because I had to review it for my school.
Blake Lively.
I mean, he's playing
Yeah, but,
Dumbledore
like, Lively,
right
yeah,
now. I feel like that's.
Oh, I
pretty
forgot
big.
he was. Oh, those movies suck though.
Yeah, okay, but they're still
movies?
big budget.
The Fantastic
new,
Beast ones.
Oh,
Fantastic
yeah,
Beasts.
he's
Dumbledore. Yeah.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Oh, the rhythm section. Yeah. In 2020, the movie was booty. Anyway,
Anyways,
I think they're on par. If not,
Sure.
Ewan has an edge because of just his stardom with other stuff.
All right.
Anyway, point being, I think it's
Yeah, that was a
because
side note.
we've seen some concept art. I think it's because one of the characters is a fully CGI alien.
Right.
We've seen that.
Could be.
It's interesting they lean towards full CGI, where they've done practical so well.
I mean,
during
I don't know.
Mando.
Well, like, where does that budget come from? That's just such a huge
Yeah, no,
jump.
I mean, they're
I guess
not
an extra
wrong. I
$30
think-
million.
Yeah, I mean, inflation is a thing right now.
Inflation, it does not reflect that highly on.
Yeah,
You
but
know-
that, I mean that's quite a jump.
Yeah, if
Quite
you
a
got
leap.
like
And
9%,
What's the difference? So what's the second highest?
like I think 100 million, and it's jumped by
Oh,
literally a third.
36.
And we could all,
More
well, I mean, maybe we
Yeah.
could assume this is 10 episodes, which would
Maybe.
make the
That'd be
per
cool. We know
episode
episode?
budget. We don't
No
know.
episodes.
No.
That would make the per episode budget.
We know it's
smaller
Mando
than
era
Mando.
though, so
Right.
Which could that big budget could entail maybe. You would think that there's crossover into the other characters of the Mandoverse. Do we think that's going to happen? I mean, inevitably, right?
We need to know what point it's at. Like if it's running alongside, then yes. If it's if it's closer.
I
to
wish
Force
that it
Awakens,
was set during High
I don't know.
Republic.
No,
Personally.
I think it's like meant to be another Mando show.
but it's running along. Okay.
Yeah, like alongside.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I guess so.
Well, because that budget
I mean-
would necessitate, like, if you got like Pedro, actually
Right,
Pedro,
right,
but you know
right,
what I mean. Like, if you have Tem and those people coming into the
Yeah,
show,
that's another.
like,
That's another thing. Pedro's been apparently not on set a lot.
he's been
Yeah,
filming Last of Us. Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how credible. There's always I feel there's always a ton of Pedro Pascal news that comes out around Mando.
No.
There people are saying he walked off set and quit. That was a
Yeah,
big storyline before season
it
2.
seemed like that was definitely blown out of proportion.
Definitely.
It just seemed like a conversation.
No,
that
it seemed like he
happened
just
and,
like wanted a little more screen time.
Yeah, which I mean is understandable.
Which is
However, there is also merit to the fact that he has been filming Last of Us.
No,
there is
I-
that
like,
too.
it's-
So that
No, but
that,
it's-
that makes more sense.
It doesn't surprise me that he's not on set often. I never thought he was. I was saying this the other day to these two. So I think that it's been maybe embellished how involved he is as Mando. I think he
that's
just
probably
really
right.
does the voice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Most of the time we see Mando, he's doing stunts.
I mean, there's a reason at Celebration. It's no small thing that Brendan Wayne and Lateef Crowder, the two stuntmen, came out
Yeah,
on stage.
they
like
brought
that-
him out. Like they're
yeah,
not
like-
downplaying. They're not trying to hide the fact that it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
April.
I'm saying that's a rare thing with like a
Yes,
performer
it
to
is.
bring out the literal stuntmen on like the main stage to be like, no, these are the
And
people
that
who
was
play the Mandalorian.
Yeah, like
And
this
it's
is the
true because like
team that
they,
brings
yeah,
the
they
Mandalorian to
bring,
life.
they,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they know too.
And that's
They
not a
don't-
problem to me. It's
No,
not.
No,
I-
I,
the
for a
disappointing
character, for a
thing-
character like that, it makes sense.
The disappointing thing is maybe that we won't be seeing much Din without the
Daedra,
mask on.
or- yeah.
But
Well,
I
it
think
makes
there's also a
sense.
rumor that there's reshoots going on right now where they're
And
shooting
that's what he.
those
That's
scenes.
yeah. Well, it's also the fact that it makes sense for the plot that he wouldn't take his helmet off because if his whole thing until the end, like it reshoots.
Trying
Because
to-
if they're because what they set up in Book of Boba Fett is he's trying to reclaim
Exactly.
his identity, and I think by the end he's gonna probably disavow the creed.
I
and stuff.
agree. I think that you know,
see that.
he's going to be around a lot of other Mandalorians that are like,
Right.
you're part of a cult, man. Don't subscribe to that. And I think the Armorer is going to be a antagonist in this season.
I
Really?
would guess that as well.
Well,
I guess I
Maybe,
did
maybe not a straight up
full-blown
antagonist, but like
antagonist,
definitely
but definitely
gonna
not
be
a good character. for
conflicting with
Mando.
Din.
Conflicting, yes.
I can see it. I can see
Excited.
Excited. But
I
I think we should talk
I
about
think-
Comic-Con.
think that was but
Kamala
anyway, so that
Khan.
was
I'd love to talk
minor-
about Kamala.
Kamala-Con.
Kamala Khan.
We can talk about
Avengers-
Miss Marvel
Kamala
first.
Khan or Comic Con. Okay.
Avengers
I said
Con?
Comic-Con.
I said Kamala Khan because
Avengers.
just good. It's all so. I just wanted to make the comment. Like I was talking yesterday
Kamala
or
Khan
earlier
first?
today. It's just sad. It's sad that I think Miss Marvel is probably a better show than Obi-Wan. Like in terms of like show, I think that's true.
In terms of show, I
It could
think
be
a
true.
lot of shows are a lot better than Obi-Wan. I don't think Obi-Wan's a great show.
In terms of
I think
in terms of
I love it.
I've
But
been watching a couple fan edits, which they're transferring the whole show into like a
Oh, man.
2-hour movie.
people were losing it over that Kai one. I didn't
Yeah.
like it. I didn't like
thought
it,
it
very
was
much.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't. People were really losing it for that. I thought it was kind of mid.
I think it works a little bit better than the show. I don't know, actually.
I disagree. I think the show works better.
I feel like it
yeah,
got to the
let me
point where-
clarify.
I really liked what they did with Benny Safdie's character, like they kind of flipped
Yeah.
a couple scenes, and it made more sense. Anyways,
I think Obi-Wan is a show.
Obi-Wan is a show.
It's a really good part of Star Wars for me, but
Right.
it's as it stands on its own, it's not like it
Yeah.
doesn't. You can't just be like, oh, you should watch this Obi-Wan show. Like
It's
it's,
really
not
good.
like you could do that with the Mandalorian for someone. and
Yes,
we talked about
yes.
that on the
That's
on
a
the-
great show to jump
and-
into.
and we
but
talked about that
Obi-Wan
on
is
on the pod with the Lady Lorians, where
Yeah.
Mando was a great jumping in point.
also.
for a
If you
lot of-
haven't listened to that podcast, Leo did a great job, and it seemed like a lot of fun. So,
but something like Obi-Wan, like I really don't think you could pick that up
Yeah,
and
yeah, I mean,
understand
yeah,
what the
Obi-Wan's
hell is
hard to
going on.
right. Yeah,
Whereas Miss Marvel, I feel like I could show that to someone, and they could get it from beginning to end.
Right.
And
well,
I-
it doesn't mean this is the first time Miss Marvel's been.
exactly,
Yeah,
but
it's sort
even,
of- yeah.
but even just the style of, it was just the filmmaking prowess. I just
No,
felt
I do think that it's like it started off really strong in episode 1, and I feel like it became less stylized as the episodes went on. Especially episode 4.
I
to
will
me.
say that
didn't have that
bit
charm.
faded a little bit, but I think
But
it
then
came back in
episode
the
6, I
end.
think they brought it back really well. Episode 1 is easily the best episode to me, though. I was really
Nice chat.
impressed with that first one.
Yeah.
So.
Episode 1 was really fun.
Are you guys team Bruno
Uh,
or team Cameron?
Bruno, of course, but that's the way they're setting it up. You know,
I just want to put that out there. On the
Are
record.
you Team Cameron? You be a
No,
you
I'm
be-
team Bruno.
you be the type. No, everyone's team Bruno. That's.
I don't know. I don't
You're
know anyone
supposed
who's
to be.
team Cameron,
No one's
except
team Cameron.
except Iman Vellani. I don't know if you saw her Reddit AMA. She was like, she was divided.
she didn't know.
She's great.
Yeah.
Really,
She is
yeah,
great.
obviously.
Blown
And it's so
away by
crazy.
her
She
performance.
has
Never
no
acted
prior
before
acting
that.
experience. Yeah. Yeah.
She killed
I
it.
think-
Prior acting experience.
Well, she was
Pretty
acting
crazy.
like herself, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
she was saying. You know, she just because she'd right out of high school having that experience, and I don't know, she took. It was weird watching a show that felt like accurate. You know how shows like they're trying, oh, this
It
is what
felt
high
like
school's
me.
like.
It felt
No,
like me.
no, no. But you know how like shows like pretend like, oh, this is
Yes.
what high school's like, and it's a bunch of like
Yes.
30-year-olds, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
You know, for our generation, it felt
I think
somewhat
Spider-Man-
representative, actually representative of what
Yes.
school was like.
Yes. Even MCU Spider-Man, I think, did not hit it with how schools.
No, it was not actually. It was a little bit too much. It was too
Yeah.
much.
I would agree though. Miss Marvel definitely hit that, and yeah, I think I would agree. I think episode 1 was probably my favorite. Episode 6 is a banger of a finale.
I think
though.
5 is my favorite. I loved the
I like those
flashback.
flashbacks.
Oh, the
a lot.
flashback is
all
really,
the
really-
partition
You know
stuff
what?
was
No.
very well done, very
Mm.
tastefully done.
I know it was
Yeah.
just like being someone who's
I
also
love
in
that
the
whole
history.
connection.
Like
Yeah.
they did not shy away at any point. Like there was no in the writing. There was no sugarcoating of anything. Like there are points
Yeah.
when like the DA is talking about
Ah!
like how the
I mean,
FBI is
yeah.
monitoring mosques.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry,
stuff.
I didn't
Like,
say this. Miss Marvel spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean this show's been out for over a week.
This show's been up.
But just stuff
They-
where I went like people who would get mad at it, I'm like you can't be mad at it. It's real. Like when like they're like talking about like the DoD guy from Spider-Man No Way Home is
Yeah.
is talking about how the FBI is already monitoring like the mosques. Like that's a real thing. Like that's
well,
the Patriot
I mean,
Act,
I
man.
think
Like,
there was a
like-
lot of talk about them going in wearing shoes in the mosque, and like, and then they were asked not to, and then even when they come back in episode 6, they're still running around
just
with
a lot of
shoes,
stuff where I
which
feel
is
like
a really like
another
spoke to white
MCU
guys, but-
project would have pulled those punches of like not being representative of
yeah.
sometimes how real life prejudice can take hold. Like it was,
Yeah.
And then the partition stuff, like it was just
I was
straight
gonna
up.
say it went a little easy. I think.
You think I
on
want to
Britain.
easy
I mean,
on Britain? Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
is more of like a kid show. They're not gonna show anything like horrible, but
Yeah.
partition was like
I think it was
really,
tastefully done. though.
really
I think
bad
it was-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they
but
could
it's
they
also-
could have played it up even
it's-
more. To,
it's
like,
also
what a
because
they don't
horrible
wanna-
event
Absolutely.
it was. But
I mean, it's
I'm not
it's
saying
also
they
because they
should've.
don't want to villainize Hindus either. Because the
Yes.
problem is like there's
Yes.
the Britain the Britain is
That's
the
a whole.
bad guy.
That's a whole
but
nother.
it's a
Britain's the bad
complicated
guy, which
But it's a complicated situation as to why there was so much violence. It wasn't like it's kind of, yeah, as
it's a complicated. It's
subject.
not a history stream, but
yeah, not a
Right.
history stream.
We're gonna go down this road.
but still-
Marvel fans find out
but
that the
still,
partition is real.
The fact what the
What?
fact
Wait,
the-
that's real?
the fact that
do we live in the MCU?
do we live the fact that I cared about just everyone in her family, her whole family, like I cared about all
Yeah,
those characters.
I
were in-
cared about
were
her
in-
great great grandmother
in-
from that one up.
in
I
in
was like,
Shang in
good character.
Shang-Chi. I
Yeah.
don't really care as much about the familial connection.
No,
I agree.
You know,
the family is great. I like the brother a lot, and just the
I think.
dad.
I mean, they're the core of the story, which
I like
which
the,
which I think is very good.
the mosque leader. I know there's a
Yeah.
correct name for that guy. I don't have it, unfortunately.
I don't
but
know either, but great,
Well,
That
great
guy was
character.
great
was funny.
character.
Love him.
Great character.
And I think the finale really set my opinion like straight. It was like it tied everything together so well.
For once,
There
it
wasn't-
didn't bite
there
off more
wasn't
than it could.
anything
do,
left
and
to
it's
the
just-
open.
Yeah. mhm.
Like all the characters had their moments like within the episode. I love how they did like they split up in teams. And then I thought it was hilarious how Kamala's brother just like showed up and he just was like in the finale as well.
yeah.
Remember he just like comes in the classroom. He's like,
I know.
I'm here
Yeah,
now. I
and
love
they just
that.
they rolled with it. Yeah, they kept the bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was great.
But
it was
it's just
awesome.
like you were saying, like I cared about Aisha the whole time,
Yeah.
and I remember her name. I don't remember the sister in Shang-Chi's name. Don't remember her name.
Sister in Shang-Chi's name?
Yeah,
Oh,
like one of the
I
main
forgot
characters of
about-
the film.
I forgot about her.
Like she's one of
I
the
forgot
main
just
characters of
about
the film.
everything about that movie because it was
Yeah.
horribly
But like,
forgettable.
her journey, coming as a coming out as a clandestine in the gin, and like
Yeah.
her silence between her and her grandma, like that. I felt like it was so good. I was like, this is so good. I don't know,
It's
man.
very good.
It was just
Yeah.
I
Good
was.
show.
I will
I was
say
stunned by that.
at 5 made me a bit emotional at the end of it when like Kamala, when it was revealed that Kamala was the one who led.
What? So yeah,
But,
was that a vision or was that like literally?
That was
time
what
travel?
happened.
That was what happened.
Yeah.
I
That
was,
was what happened.
It
I
was some,
thought
like,
that was
it was
what
a little bit some time travel.
It was
yeah,
like some
yeah,
time
no,
travel
that was
stuff,
straight
man.
up what happened.
no, I know, and I like that. I was like, I don't know if this is like a representation of
I got
it or it's straight up.
maybe it's a reach. I got very heavy Harry Potter
Because I mean,
Prisoner
the
of
time
Azkaban,
turner,
with
yeah,
the time
That's
turner
essentially
where,
what
like,
I.
where Harry like sees himself casting a spell and he
Yeah,
thinks
yeah,
it's
yeah.
his dad and he realizes it was him.
Because she
just-
hands her grandmother the photo.
Yeah, yeah. The
And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's real, man. That happened.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, it was emotional. I was like, damn,
very awesome. Great episode. Great show.
Great.
good show.
great.
And I
Good
love
show.
Very
the,
happy. And now I'm excited for the Marvels, which is something if you asked me about 2 months
I know.
ago,
I would
like,
say no. I'm not excited
big
for
thumbs
that.
down. Don't care.
Absolutely.
very Interested to see how she's Miss Marvel.
Have
is
you heard the
gonna
rumors about
translate.
that? That's something I wanted to bring up on the stream.
What?
Everyone's freaking out about it.
I heard
how-
something about it. I don't
How
remember what.
how like 1/3 of the movie is like a musical
Oh.
because
I didn't
What is
hear
it?
that.
What is the movies going down the musical road? Joker
'cause-
2.
No,
Joker
'cause
too. We
like,
should
what-
talk about Joker later because
Well,
I
'cause
think we're gonna see
in
it
the
this
comics,
weekend.
no,
Yeah.
because it's in the comics, they go to a planet where like everyone has to speak in rhyme. It's
Oh
a whole
my
thing,
God.
but they're gonna do a bit with that. And apparently,
Okay.
I bet it's. I bet
that
it's
could
being,
either be really good or that
yeah, I
could
bet.
be really
Yeah, I
bad.
bet it's being blown out of proportion. But if it's done well, I think I could really like it.
I could get behind
See,
it.
me
but
and Johnny really hated Captain Marvel. I know Levi,
Yeah.
you thought it was okay.
I like it.
I think it is probably.
You like it? Even. I thought
I
it
will-
was.
No, I like that.
movie.
No,
Horrible
I
movie.
like that movie.
So
Okay.
I think it is much
Yeah.
better than.
I no, but I will say I think Captain Marvel's character has been better since Endgame. Or since
what? What has she been? What? Hasn't been in anything besides
I'm sorry,
Shang-Chi.
her character in Endgame, I think was.
Yeah, her post credits.
No,
I
in
had this.
fact,
I had this thought.
I have the
just have to say
biggest
this.
issue with Endgame.
I had this thought because I watched No Way Home again the other day. This is just I'm going down a rabbit hole here, so just bear
Yeah.
with me.
That's what this is about.
But the spell is the whole world forgets Peter Parker is Spider-Man. But Captain Marvel met Peter Parker in Endgame in the final battle. She saw him with the mask off, and then he was like, "What's your name?" And he's like, he was like, "I'm Peter Parker." And she's like, "Hey, Peter Parker." And so she was definitely off planet when the spell was cast. So does she know that Spider-Man's Peter Parker?
I assume it's just everyone in the universe.
yeah, I took it as the universe.
It's in
Yeah.
the world. They
I
say
took it
the
as-
world.
Did he say the
They
world?
say the world.
I get, yeah.
Doctor
Maybe.
Strange says the world forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
That's interesting, actually. Then maybe
Right?
so. Maybe so.
Right?
Maybe they could do a bit with that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel for the new Spider-Man movie.
Just drop
See,
that
I don't
on.
want that. No.
You know?
Anyway,
Unless-
but so at the
I
end
love
though,
the
in
Marvels,
the
but-
post
Anyway,
credit,
sorry.
do
I
you
had to go
think
down there.
so? Do you think that they switched places, or did Kamala Khan
Yeah,
shapeshift?
Yeah. No. Because Carol was looking around like where the
They
fuck am I?
switched.
type
They
of thing.
switched.
It wasn't.
I
It
think
wasn't like a what have I turned into? It was like a
No.
oh my god, where am I?
Yeah,
I think
they switched.
I think she shapeshifted because that's the thing in the
No, no, no.
comics. She
Nah,
shapeshifted.
she
in the
definitely
comics.
switched.
I
I
don't
think I
think
was
so.
reading that a big plot in the Marvels.
If
is
she
gonna
was
be her
like
trying to
she
get
was
back
looking,
home.
she's looking around at the
Kamala.
posters and all that stuff, and she was like weirded out.
Yeah.
But she like
Yeah.
still had her magic on her hands a little bit. as
No,
a
no,
cape.
no. She was like looking at like the
was-
poster of Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
was like,
I think it was.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But
We'll have to see.
anyways, I'll have to
Which
see.
Either way, I
I
think,
think we might hear something about that.
what's wrong with Miss Marvel? What's wrong with little Jude Law? That was
Captain
my
Marvel, you mean?
Captain Marvel. Yeah, that was my favorite thing at Celebration. Is that someone had? Did I?
What?
Did I not show you guys? I talked to you. I know I talked to Ben about it, but I only Dylan and I saw
I
it.
think so.
Someone at like one of those autograph booths had Jude Law, but it's like a still like it says like Von Rog or whatever from Captain Marvel. And it was just like this like $500 still of Jude Law was signed for Captain Marvel like at this one of these
Oh,
booths.
I remember seeing that.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like all these
That's
action figures
insane.
and then just this bit. And I was like, what?
I
I
didn't
don't
see
know.
that.
I don't want to
did
get
not see
into
that.
this whole movie. Me and Johnny don't like it.
The
It's just-
scrolls, man.
Yeah, Ben
Taylor's-
Mendelsohn.
I will
was
say, but
definitely
again,
the
I
best
think
part of
Ben
the
and I
movie.
also agree. We're intrigued about the Marvel.
Best dick
now
joke
I'm
in the
intrigued about the
MCU.
Marvels because I want more Kamala, dude.
What did you
I
say?
want way
I said
more Kamala.
easily the best dick joke in the MCU.
Oh,
When they're in
They
the
said
operating
entry, at
room,
least.
when they're
Oh,
they're in the
yeah.
operating room, and
That's-
he's like,
yeah, it has
and
its
Nick Fury
moments.
is like looking at the scroll.
I did not like Nick Fury. in
There's
that
a few
movie
things I'm just
whatsoever.
salty about. They didn't use Coulson enough, and they totally messed with the Kree. 2 Agents of Shield's.
And I'm
like,
sorry.
things that they
I'm
mess
sorry.
up,
I
so-
hate Nick Fury's eye origin. It's
I
not
do.
funny. It's
Okay,
a
I
stupid
don't
bit.
I don't have that problem.
I had
I
that problem.
don't have that
I
problem.
don't have that
I
problem.
thought it was funny.
Dumb. They made it such a big deal in Winter
Dumb.
Soldier. It's so badass in Winter Soldier.
I don't know if they
and
made it
ruined
such
in
a big
Captain
deal.
What
Marvel.
do you
He's just
think
like,
it's such a big deal?
I think he's like
Winter
one line
Soldier?
about it.
He
Yeah,
has like
it's
one
badass.
line.
It's like one of the most badass moments in that movie.
He's just like just Be careful who you trust.
He still is bad. It's just because he
I
got
don't
cut up like an alien, man. It wasn't just a
But,
cat.
like, doesn't it make more sense? Okay, whatever.
I don't know. I like all the 90s.
A scroll could have betrayed him and done that to his eye. Like, that would have been so more badass. I don't know.
I like the
Okay,
opening and the Kree Skrull War. I like it.
We
It's
should
sci-fi.
move
Okay, we can move on. We can move on.
Okay, we can.
I want to talk
Speaking
about
of-
Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's Comic-Con, SDCC.
Kamala-Con? Comic-Con.
Stop it. Avengers Con. Looks like
Here,
fun.
watch. I'm gonna bring our I'm
Oh.
gonna bring our viewership up. San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con.
That is, if I can briefly touch on it, one thing I didn't necessarily like in
What?
Miss Marvel, or not even didn't
Oh.
like, it wasn't enough time, is that Zoe being in like the
See, it
first
went
two
up.
episodes and coming in at the very end just
Yeah.
didn't work for me. Or she was like, "Oh yeah, of course I knew it was you." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
She
Right.
sort of gave him up though. That was
She did,
interesting.
yeah, kind of.
I thought I still liked her, but I felt
What
like
I didn't like about Avengers Con is I texted Johnny about this is when the Ant-Man head is just rolling
kept
around
rolling
and
and
it
rolling
keeps
and rolling.
rolling. It's like rolling in circles for like 2
Big
minutes. It's
Yeah,
absurd.
Big head.
It was making me very upset.
Sorry, he was making
very.
me so upset.
That's the
Speaking of-
last thing I'll say about Miss Marvel.
That was the
Great
last thing
show.
I'll say. Overall, great
Yeah.
show.
But
Yeah, what do
I
you
had
think?
a
So
10
what,
show.
what do you think the biggest news is gonna come out this weekend? What do you think it's gonna be?
Okay.
I think it's gonna be Superman.
I
Superman.
think biggest news, Fantastic Four full cast.
Have
I
you
don't
seen
know
all
if
those?
we'll do full cast.
I've seen
I think
that-
It's still too early.
Have you seen that meme
Mm.
where it's Kevin Feige announcing it and everyone is Tom Holland?
Yeah. I did
it's,
see
it's
that.
like,
This is
how's it, Mr. Fantastic? It's Tom Holland.
this is the thing with the Marvel panel. Like they know that people are getting burnt out. They know.
They
They
are aware.
understand it.
Absolutely.
They are
have
going
to
to
be
come
aware.
in with something big.
You
So
think
they
it's- you
weren't
think-
last
They're
year.
going
they
to
are for
show
sure
a lot
now.
of Black Panther. That's going to be the main focus of the panel.
You think it's Taron
Wakanda
Egerton?
Forever is gonna be. What's that?
Wolverine? Taron Egerton, Wolverine?
I hope. I mean, that seems very likely now.
It seems to
Actually,
me
that was
though,
something we never touched upon.
at the,
The mutant thing.
end,
Man
they're
is
gonna be like,
ripped.
we have
right
one more
now.
thing to talk about. Let's bring out the cast of the Fantastic Four, and we're gonna see the four of them.
Remember
That's
when
what
they
I
did
think's
that?
gonna happen.
Like it feels like yesterday. But remember when they did that with Natalie Portman as Jane Foster
Yeah,
with
I
the
do.
hammer?
She had the-
That feels
think
like
that's-
yesterday. That was so
It
long
does.
ago.
I think that's what
That
it's gonna
movie
be,
is
something
out
like that.
now. The movie got
Yeah.
made.
But besides that, Marvel still like. I think we're gonna see Blade. I think we're probably gonna see.
Dude, one of the best parts of Eternals. Blade was in it.
Did you hear that Anthony Starr might be the villain of Blade?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Love Anthony.
He
Starr.
might be
haven't seen-
Dracula. He might be Dracula. in
I have
Blade.
not seen all of The Boys yet. I've seen the first 2 seasons. But,
Great show. Ben
but
and I
great
cannot stop
third
talking
season.
about it. I
He
wish
is,
we-
like,
I
one of
wish we
the-
covered it on this channel.
he's one of the. I think
It's
he's what we could. He is one of the most underrated
top 3 shows of
actors
the year.
working right
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
really.
He
I
doesn't-
don't even
he-
think he got nominated for an Emmy.
now. No, he didn't. He doesn't
No.
get nearly enough attention.
He
His
doesn't
work
get
as
any credit.
Homelander is so.
Incredible.
Especially
impressive.
this season, bro.
I know.
Yeah,
gotta
I would
see it.
actually argue that I think maybe he takes sort of a backseat in this season, a little more than the other seasons. Season 1 and 2 is like all about Homelander.
Dude, the plane scene in season 1, he should have won
yeah.
an award for that
Yes.
alone.
Yeah,
God, so good. But if he's the villain in an MCU movie, oh boy.
it sounds great.
That's
sounds great.
that's the rumor.
So
So I
Blade-
have a deadline article that's kind of recapping what we're gonna see at Comic-Con if we want to go through that.
Yeah, sure.
You
can read it.
and it mentions Henry Cavill.
so
and
you-
whatnot. I didn't read through the whole thing. I
Doctor
just kinda-
Doom.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like the Doom stuff is what I've been hearing the most about. It's accelerating.
They-
It
there's a
seems like
concept art
Doctor
of it.
Doom is going to have a solo project, but he's going to show up in
Yeah,
the MCU.
I can give you a little
beforehand.
history lesson.
I'm going to guess Quantum Mania. I'm putting that out there now. I think he's going to show up in Quantum Mania,
Could be.
which I don't think we're going to hear
Maybe.
anything about this weekend.
Apparently, Quantum Mania is really good. There's
Apparently,
good test
Ben.
screenings.
I'm sorry, Ben. It comes out in like 6 months. You don't think you're?
Is it that soon? It's 2023.
Did they switch the date? It used to come out like
It's 2023 now.
I know, but it used to be like February.
February.
I
I think there's a lot that they need to show though.
All right, well let's find a
No
find a
trailer.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got delayed, Ben, but only to February. Yeah, February
Okay.
2023. That's like
I still
soon.
don't talk about it. I don't think we're going to see a trailer or anything.
Oh, I think they might tease it. I mean, they've shot it. You know, that's a project they actually have in the can.
Possible. It's definitely gonna be more
Let me
about
here.
Black
I'll list some.
I'm worried for Wakanda Forever. I'll be honest.
Why?
I don't know. I got really behind that recast. I just wish they recast T'Challa. Like ultimately, I feel like
They aren't
They're
doing
gonna
that.
recast him. He died.
Yeah,
I'm
what do you
saying
mean?
I wish they did.
Oh, you wish they did?
Yeah, I wish they did
Oh.
recast.
Nah,
I'm
that
not with you there.
people wouldn't like that.
Yeah, that would be insane.
No, the opposite. Are you not? Oh God, so many people. Oh no, are you not familiar with the recast T'Challa movement? Oh, I got.
No, but that sounds just disrespectful.
I know, but there's I don't agree with
I
that
don't think
at
it's.
all.
I think that's nonsense. I don't think it's disrespectful at all. I think you gotta. Yeah, the petition has like 100,000 signatures.
And the thing is, I don't know if any actor would want to pick that up just because of that pressure.
Yeah, no, I'm
There'd
not
be
saying
so
it's.
much
I'm
pressure.
I'm on the side of the studio. I'm not sure it's a practical thing to do. I'm just saying, I just wish he didn't pass away. It's so tragic and sad.
Oh,
I feel like
of
the
course we
story.
know
Well,
it's
yeah, it just sucks, man. It just fucking
Yeah.
sucks. Like I remember, it's just
awful.
like,
I
and
remember-
I
I
also, but I
remember
also, I also feel bad
where-
though for like Ryan Coogler who has to try and make a movie out of this. It's the same thing with Rise of Skywalker after Carrie Fisher died. Like, what do you do? Like, these movies, the respective movies were both built around these characters. Like 9 was always going to be Leia's movie. That's how they set it up. It was Han, Luke, and Leia. And then this was obviously, it's Black Panther. Like it was going to be about Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. And it's just, it's depressing that.
Yeah, I just a recast would have just felt sort of.
No, and I get that, but it's in terms of as a project, I wish they, I don't know, I wish they took more time to work on it
Sure.
or do something else, make a show, you know, make like a work on that Shuri show or something and build out the world of Wakanda more. Because in a movie that's 2 hours long, this is gonna feel, I bet it's gonna feel weird. I feel like it's gonna feel weird.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. All right.
That's fair. But anyways, let me so I have the panel schedule pulled up. I'll just go down the ones that I think that, you know, we're interested in.
Hall H is where it all goes down.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So there's a panel for the Lord of the Rings show. I know we talked about this today actually off stream, but pretty worried about the show.
There's a lot of things we worried about the show.
Yeah.
I like talking about making a video about
Yeah.
why I'm
They
worried
could
about
definitely make
Lord
a
of the
whole
Rings
podcast
show.
about it. It seems.
As
There's
a non-intense Lord of the Rings fan,
yeah.
I'm
neither am
excited. I'm excited to hopefully. It's same thing with the Halo show. Well, no, because I'm a massive Halo fan, but
Yeah.
I'm just viewing it as its own project. Like if it conflicts with stuff, I don't know.
But it seems
I
like
view
It's more
well,
than that.
first off, it's not its own project. It is based off of books.
Well, there's similar,
But
Silmarillion.
More, I think, is that I don't trust Amazon here, and I think that they're
Nor do
using
I.
the Lord of the Rings name to just go ahead and make a generic fantasy story. That
And if it is that, that'll suck. But
This is what
visually, it
seems like
looks
is gonna
awesome.
happen.
It looks
I'm
so
saying
great.
I'm saying in the sort of the same thing in the realm, and Chad is in the chat, and we were talking to him about this the other day too.
He's a big.
But it's the same sort of thing with the Shadow of War games and Shadow of Mordor. Like they are not canon to
No.
Mm.
that world at all. However, the story that they tell, I really enjoy. And if this story
Yeah, this is
is
gonna
good,
be canon though.
I hope it's not.
It is going to like kick off the implications of like Lord of the Rings. We're gonna see the rings of power being forged. I mean, I expect we see Sauron.
I know, but isn't the whole
Right.
thing already like they're condensing the history of the like? I feel like when they made some of
Silmarillion
the,
is not a complete book. It is more of like a bunch of short stories.
but
sort of
I've heard
combined
stuff
one.
from people like Chad who are much more familiar with the lore in the same way that I am with Star Wars, but with Lord of the Rings, saying that they're like condensing some of the ages into each other to tell a more compelling story. And to me, as soon as you start doing that, if you're basing something and you're like changing it that intensely by like thousands of years timelines, then to me it's like its own thing.
Yes, but also the movies already, the established movies already stray very far from the books. They are not direct adaptations. So if you
Exactly.
look
So what
at
I'm
sort of
saying,
like the movie canon.
Yeah, is it movie canon or is it canon?
It's movie canon. It's movie canon.
Okay.
Whatever.
Because
Lord of the Rings
what I'm
cinematic
thinking of,
universe, whatever you
maybe
wanna call it.
this is a better example. You can watch Zack Snyder's Watchmen and then watch the Watchmen show, and there is a thread.
It's not the same.
But the Watchmen show is a sequel to the Watchmen graphic novel, not the
Right.
movie. Technically,
Right.
it is based on the graphic novel, not the movie.
Yeah.
But the movie is so faithful to the graphic novel that with a few things twisted, like if you've read the graphic novel, you understand, oh, like you're getting the beats. So is it like that where it's like you can watch them? They're part of the same, they're based on the same thing.
There's a huge difference between the movie and the book,
There's like one difference.
but it's pretty
Watchmen?
major. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of Watchmen, it's the bomb versus the squid.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but it's different for Lord of the Rings because this is it's not just I'm worried that it's not going to follow the same story. That I care a little less about, but I think it's more just about like the motivations behind making this show. Like it took it took a lot of heart.
Chad's saying it's not a prequel to.
As far as I know, like we don't know either way.
Okay,
But
so I trust Chad on this from the way he was talking to me the other day. But if it's not a prequel to the Jackson
said
films,
it's
it's
his
its
own
own universe, then I am way more into it. Just as I was with Halo. I was able to enjoy Halo as solid 7 out of 10 sci-fi storytelling.
You finish it?
Absolutely, I finished it. I enjoyed it. Just as TV, just because it was, I was able to separate it from the timeline and be like, this is its own thing, and I can do that with projects. I mean, that's how I have to enjoy Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is both sacred canon, and also there is a different timeline, and also it's the fact that George didn't really care about any of that other stuff, and if he made like 7, 8, 9, would have paved over everything. So like with all storytelling,
yeah, but you're missing my point though. It's less about what's canon for me, and more just about.
Is it
why
faithful
are
to
you
the,
making
yeah,
this
why are
show?
you making it? Yeah.
Like,
well, because
when
it's
Peter
Amazon.
Jackson came to make the Lord of the Rings,
No, I hear you.
There was a lot of respect there in terms of just like knowing what kind of person Tolkien was. He probably wouldn't have even wanted a big screen adaptation. So he took that and was very faithful to a lot of things and the essence of Lord of the Rings. So even though he changed a lot of story beats,
you're absolutely
to
right.
adapt a book into a 9-hour movie, a 1,000-page, more like lots of book into a condensed movie, changes had to be made. But the essence and what was important, the message was always still there, and I don't see that happening in Rings of Power.
Yeah, I was saying the other day when we were having this conversation that the minute I had worries about it was when I saw it announced that it was Jeff Bezos next to the Lord of the Rings logo. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
He's like, he slaps it. He's like, this is mine now. It's like
visually though, looks amazing. So thanks Bezos for the big budget.
From what I hear, I think it was the most expensive show ever made.
Yes.
I think this might be the most expensive piece of live action media ever made.
Yeah.
And
you think with that budget they would go and hire some writers that have writing credits.
Oh God, yeah, the writers.
Both writers had one writing credit between them, which is Star Trek Beyond, and they were like not even the main writer on that. Either way, though,
all right.
I was saying to John, I would like to go into this further and maybe another video or podcast or whatever. But either way, we're gonna see more about the show this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what at this point. Like maybe they'll show a scene.
I mean, they just showed the trailer, right?
I think we'll probably get a scene. I mean, this comes out in like
it comes out like a month,
month and a week.
Oh God, freaking! You know what else comes out in like 3 weeks? Is Game of Thrones.
I was just gonna say, since we're talking about fantasy right now, there's a whole panel, so I expect another trailer, probably a scene as well.
Are you guys gonna rewatch any of Thrones?
I'd love to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch.
No, I'm saying any of it. Would you rewatch any of it?
Typically with something like this, I would watch the finale, sort of leading.
That's like the worst part.
Exactly, it's the worst part. But also, this is way before. So
I know.
Yeah, it's a prequel, right? Yeah,
it's a prequel.
Yeah. I love Game of Thrones, despite the last season and the season maybe before that being shaky. I think it's easily one of the greatest shows ever made. I think most people agree with that. It was the most expensive for a while. Looks amazing. Has incredible moments. You've seen it, Levi, right?
I've seen all of it. Every episode.
Incredible show. Incredible.
I agree with you, but I don't think a show has shot itself in the own foot so hard with its relevancy in terms of its status as one of the greatest shows ever made.
Yeah.
Than it did.
Yes. Sure. Like, I agree.
And it's
like, nothing has fallen that flat, like, ever. That was going to go down in history as just biggest disappointment.
And it sucks because I understand in terms of character-wise what they were going for. It just all happened too fast. It should have been 9 seasons or 10.
This is another thing that I could go on and talk about for for hours.
Should have been, it could have
Yes.
been yeah, it could have been the best 10-season show ever made, but instead it was 6 really good ones and 2 half seasons that were both mid.
Yeah.
With
A lot of people say that season 5 is the last good one because that's as far as it goes with the books.
I think
I
6
love
is good.
season 6.
Season 6 is a
Battle of the
banger.
Bastards, right out in front of Winterfell, right there, is perhaps one of the most
This is going
amazing
over my
battles
head.
put to the small screen.
I think the best scene is the opening of the finale. The first 10 minutes of the finale where Cersei blows up the High Septum is
spoilers for
well.
Johnny.
Johnny
should
doesn't know
watch
what
it,
that
Johnny.
means. Johnny doesn't know what that means.
One
Yes.
day, one day.
That whole sequence is absolutely
So like that is
incredible.
peak television.
Incredible.
Peak.
Yes.
Peak. He's crawling
Great
out that.
show.
He's crawling
So,
out that candle.
With all that being said,
Anyways.
I'm very excited for House of Dragons. Very excited.
Hey,
Good.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith, like just
Yeah, I saw
Targaryen
trailers.
stuff is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Almost young Palpatine. Matt Smith.
I
know.
sort of hope that
Well,
it
alleged.
is similar.
No, he talked about it.
Official? I thought he was like he was kind of tiptoeing around the answer.
Oh, you
Wait.
didn't hear about that? Yeah, no. When he went on
Pal.
Happy, Sad, Confused and was talking about how, like, they were almost going to shoot it for Palpatine.
I don't know. I don't remember him saying it was.
No, he talked about it, and then they
Mhm.
took it a different direction with the character. Because when he initially was going to get resurrected, he was going to be a younger version. Like they were going to do the full Dark Empire thing, where his clones are younger versions.
That would
But-
have been a lot more cooler.
I don't know. I like the Ian. I like Ian.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You don't?
It's-
Anyways, I know you
That
don't like
movie.
that movie. But,
Yes.
Moving
The
on.
House of Dragons comes out in a few weeks.
Debatable.
So there's a whole panel dedicated to it at Comic-Con. So
But anyway, so moving on. So Marvel Studios Animation has a panel where they're talking about a whole bunch of shows.
yeah, the freaking
The one obviously I'm
Spider-Man
more
show.
interested in is Spider-Man freshman year. Tom Holland is not going to be in that show.
cool.
Which
I think we
I
expected
don't really
that.
care.
That's probably gonna be the guy from What If.
Yeah, I think so as well. So, which will be cool. Hopefully the show's good. I mean, I know the artist who's working on that. A couple of the artists are working on it through Instagram and stuff, and love their art style. So I hope it translates well into animation. But we'll see. X-Men 97 will be talked about.
Sick.
Big hype for that. Marvel Zombies. If you guys forgot about that, that's a
I
thing
did.
coming out.
Who cares? Go away.
Sure.
Are they doing a whole show
Marvel's-
based in that universe? The
Marvel
zombies
whole thing, whole show.
in that like What If universe?
Yeah, whole show. Marvel Zombies. So,
I didn't know that.
is that and then what if season 2, which we know here and there.
Dude,
about,
what if so bizarre how they had that whole Iron Man thing made?
Yeah,
it just
and then
got
they made a
pushed.
Lego set, and
Of
then,
it.
and then never.
And you see it in
not
like
even
the
out.
in like the
yeah, you see
final
the finale.
montage.
You're right.
It's so weird. Like Gamora is like from that episode, but it just didn't come out.
Yes.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, oh yeah, and Gamora. Oh my God, you're right.
It's this is the episode
What
that
a
just didn't
weird-
release. It's so
What a
cursed.
Weird show. What a not great show. Anyways,
I
so
disagree with that.
there's that. I'm obviously most excited for freshman year. I'm very intrigued as to what the story is going to be. It's a prequel before Civil War. It's like focusing on like the first couple months of Peter being Spider-Man. I don't know how long the show can run on for though.
I know that's like you talking about
That's my only
pushing
thing.
Clone
is
Wars.
they're
Clone
really,
Wars
they
pushed
really
it.
they got a short.
Yeah, Clone Wars
very
pushed it
short
with a
time.
3-year ambiguous time span, making it 7 seasons, and even then
Right.
they were only going to go 9 max, if 8 or 9 max, if you know
Yeah.
if they had finished it, and if with like 2 months of time as Spider-Man, like
I know. So it's odd. I'm interested in it. I'm very intrigued to see that show. By far, that is my most intrigued one.
I'm
Let's
gonna be
get
honest.
back to live action Marvel.
But yeah, no.
I think we sort of
there's,
we brushed over
I'm
that
looking through
because
No, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So then I think the next one that I saw. Oh yeah. So the Warner Brothers panel.
oh yeah,
Where they're talking about Black Adam.
God, I don't care.
And then Shazam.
Black
2.
Adam's the one that sort of mentioned. Black Adam
No,
and
I'm-
Batgirl are the two.
I hold on. I
DC
should have put
films.
asterisks. I saw a Black Adam trailer in front of, I think it was Top Gun.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Really enjoyed it. I went, wow, that actually looks kind of good. But then I remembered, who cares? This universe is like dying like next year. Like,
Yeah, it's
so-
hard to get invested at this point, which is why I think they should
It's
just
such
go
a-
ahead and focus on
it's such a
into
mess.
solo movies.
It's just
Like-
such a, like it's so messy. It hurts to
So,
watch.
the Warner Brothers panel is the one I know the least about. But like, are we expecting to see any of the like Matt Reeves like shows?
Johnny
Johnny probably know better than I do.
Yeah,
Johnny,
I would hope so.
Arkham Asylum, the GCPD show, same thing now.
Yeah. Are we
and
seeing this
Penguin show? Are we gonna?
I don't know. It's not listed.
I
hope so because
I
we
hope
know Penguin's coming out first.
And then me and Johnny are fingers crossed for the new animated series.
Fingers crossed.
If you're a fan of that, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I'll watch it for the first time all the way through.
People have no idea what we're talking about. Anyways. So Black Adam. I'm actually intrigued about it.
What I was saying though, Johnny, when you were gone, is like the universe literally resets next year. Though it's hard to be invested if they're literally getting rid of all of it.
With Ezra Miller, it's just like
I know that whole.
You had the semblance of a universe still with like one lead actor still sort of helming it. Oh no, he's just gonna go off. What do you like kidnap like a kid?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah,
he's on the Hawaii
a bunch of
destruction tour. Right
they lost their mind. Ezra Miller, just the whole thing is the Flash. I feel bad.
A little bit messy.
Because then it's all just a mess. Because I'll talk about the production side of it. Because obviously the stuff that Ezra Miller did awful. But like, what do you do with Michael Keaton now? You got Michael Keaton back to come back and this Batgirl thing, and then like that's all.
And do you know
effed now?
Do you know that it's just an HBO Max?
I know
movie?
it's just an HBO Max movie now. Like
it's crazy that like it's not even Michael Keaton's return to the big screen. It's not.
Well, the original plan was
return
to have
HBO
Flash
Max
first, and then this, so, yeah.
But then.
I'm literally wearing.
But then.
Literally wearing.
They're gonna have Joker 2. In its own universe.
That's what I hope to see. That's what I
Joker
hope
baby.
To see.
Yeah, Joker baby 2.
Remember when we watched Joker at Celebration?
Oh yeah.
It was on the hotel room.
I was watching Joker on TV when you guys came back from hanging out with the HoloNet Marauders.
Yeah, we watched Joker.
Yes, that's it.
I have like a tiny memory.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't super relevant.
So yeah, Joker 2. I mean, I'm very intrigued by Joker 2. I think all of us are. But
yeah, they just announce it officially, and then maybe we'll get like, it'll be like, yep, Todd Phillips and Joaquin are coming back.
Yeah. Well, that's given already. We know that.
For the most part, a script doesn't necessarily. Yes, he did post the script. That doesn't necessarily imply any.
It's greenlit.
Joaquin is back.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it made $1 billion, which is insane.
No, I know. I mean, and they won Oscars, so I mean, like,
how we feel about this?
That movie is such an anomaly.
Do we think it needs a sequel?
No, but it's such an anomaly that it's like this awards darling, but it also somehow made $1 billion.
I will say, I'm intrigued.
Remember when people
about Lady Gaga? I'm intrigued about it.
Oh, she plays. She's Harley.
I've seen two Lady Gaga performances, which are House of Gucci and A Star Is Born. A Star Is Born. House of Gucci. I think most people would disagree. I don't think people like that movie that much.
Yeah, people don't like House of Gucci.
It sort of didn't really know what it wanted to be, but she was great.
So,
I think so. What I'm hearing is, I bet it depends on the director. That's what I bet. The material given to her. Because I agree. I think Star Is Born is way overrated.
Way overrated. Yeah,
I haven't seen it. So
the original is way better.
The original is much better. Yeah,
right.
Much better.
All right. Well, there's that. But I think by far the biggest thing for me personally, and this has been said by Deadline themselves. So, Henry Cavill is back.
Maybe.
So Deadline is saying that Henry Cavill is gonna come as a surprise appearance at the end of the panel. They're going to talk about
that real
Superman
though?
stuff. And so I think the leading idea is that he's going to be in Black Adam, and then also they're going to continue off into solo projects with him being Superman again, which I am very much down for.
I think it might be. Here, I'm Henry Cavill. I'm not going to be Superman anymore. This next person is.
That has been a meme that has been thrown around. He'll come out and say, I'm out, guys. I'll see you.
Well, also just like it's what Levi was saying earlier. It's like, what is he going to come back and like what universe is going to be like a soft reboot? Like
Man of Steel again.
Like what would more Henry Cavill Superman entail?
We have
which is why it doesn't interest me. Oh, Shazam 2.
Shazam 2.
Shazam 2.
I don't understand why that movie got a sequel.
You didn't like Shazam? Not a fan?
I'm not the biggest fan, but it didn't.
I
do
actually
well.
thought it was pretty good. I thought it was one of the
director.
better
I love David F.
DC movies.
Sandberg. I love.
It just
David
didn't do well though. I'm just confused why DC, like DC is famous for, like, even not moving forward on stuff that is working, like the Snyder Cut, and then, like, Shazam did not do well at the box office, and they were like, oh yeah, this needs a sequel.
I mean,
I just don't
think
get
what
that.
made like 400 million. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It just
Yeah.
did
Well,
all right.
I know, but like, I'm sorry, I'm touchy about that $400 million number because that
It
tanked
did. I don't know.
Solo.
I mean, it did better than Wonder Woman in 1984.
Well, okay, what that came out in the middle of the pandemic. That is not
Okay.
fair.
That was Christmas.
Still,
That was a Christmas movie.
I think
What
there was a
about
lot going on with that movie that was really.
Yeah,
like,
it made
good.
366 million. Solo made more, and Lucasfilm canceled Solo too. So I get sad about that.
I thought that.
Well, I
Zachary
feel like
Levi was
I
really
get your
great.
frustrations, but
so-
that's definitely a whole separate thing.
I liked the kid more.
Whoa!
Billy Batson. What?
All right, I just got distracted. I did want to talk about some of this stuff, but they just revealed a Hot
thought that was
Toys
a
tech.
Who cares?
I do. It looks cool.
Yeah, not the right crowd, but
Levi, no.
I don't think.
know.
Not a big Hot Toys guy, right, Levi?
I don't have any. I don't have a single hot.
Yeah,
Toy.
I don't. Neither do I. I don't have that kind of money.
Anyways,
I'm not if I'm spending on all this other stuff.
Expect a Hot Toys unboxing soon. Probably by the end of this week.
I was there when Johnny bought it.
You'll see what it is
Johnny was live peer pressured into buying a hot toy.
by people who have many
Yeah.
Hot Toys.
Anyway,
By two big
Um,
Hot Toys collector. Anyway, so
like I heard
yeah,
that
DC
they're gonna do another like headless Superman cameo in Black Adam and not actually have it be Cavill.
well, again, that's what I'm saying. Like Henry Cavill's gonna come out, so like, I think it's like I don't know.
I
It
think
seems that
DC
something's
needs to
gonna
just
happen.
reset. Straight up. The
I
problem
would
is,
agree. I agree, but I'm at a point where I just don't care about the connectivity of all of it.
I
I'm
would just,
looking at it
but I
as
would
its own
love
separate
like
thing.
a Justice League with more like similar to the animated
I do not
show.
think we'll have a Justice League.
Like I like
anytime soon.
really go classic like with the space station and like
Yeah, the
that'd be
Watchtower.
awesome.
Yeah, but the last time they
agree.
made a Justice League, it was literally the biggest headache for Warner Brothers ever. Just
but because
literally
they
ever.
rushed it. If they could just, it would take 8 years probably.
You know, Frank Miller was gonna do a Justice League movie like in the early 2000s.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Justice League Mortal.
Since-
It's called.
Sin
I would
City.
like
That'd be,
to-
that'd be a fun. That'd be a fun
that's
video.
a Frank Miller title, all right. Justice League.
But then-
Mortal.
Sorry,
You
not
don't
Frank
have
Miller. What did I
Batman.
say? Who directed Mad Max?
Yeah, because Frank Miller's a comic guy. I was like,
No. Who directed Mad Max?
George?
Fury Road. George Miller.
George.
Sorry, George
yeah.
Miller. That's what I meant.
Like Frank Miller wrote Sin City.
No,
thought.
I know. He Dark Knight Returns. My bad. Anyways, that'd be a fun video. If you guys don't know about that, I can certainly teach you about it. 'cause
Hey,
I think it's
what if I
pretty
told you that
fucking
Dark Knight Returns is the best Batman movie?
cool. Animated? The animated one?
No, Batman
Animated.
Returns. Excuse me.
Oh.
You're wrong. Mask of the Phantasm is by far. And
You know
Well,
what?
not
I
animated,
watched
animated.
it very recently. Me and Johnny watched the end of it together. But I had watched
Yeah.
the rest of it earlier that day.
Oh, the ending's so good.
A part of me, like, so
Batman Returns is amazing.
just a few months ago, I remember saying this into the group chat. I was like really
Yeah.
pushing Batman Returns. I think
And I watched it.
1989 like might slowly have an edge up on me recently. I just think that the
Did you watch
Joker
both?
performance. Yeah, I watched both like
No,
like a month
Levi?
ago.
Yeah, I think 89 is good, but
I also watched Batman Forever last
It's
night.
just jokes.
On
The-
TV.
the
Horrible.
jokes
Horrible.
in Returns is hit
Return
so
is
good,
like
right?
it's
my kinda
remarkable.
humor.
It's a political.
Yeah, it's so
commentary.
yeah, like when freaking like he's talking about like he's trying to run the Penguins
Yeah, he
campaign like
runs for
Nixon, and like it's so funny, and he's making like it's Christopher Walken, and he's
I
this
just don't
character,
think
and
it's
he's
a very
talking
good
about
Batman movie. So
I can see there, but it's just such a good Tim Burton movie. It's an amazing Tim Burton.
yes, but best Batman movie, like no.
Yeah, I feel that. I totally understand. Yeah, easily the Nolan movies are way
It's
better
great,
than Batman
though.
movies, but in
Yes.
terms of just like entertaining, it is so just
It's an
I
entertaining
can't
movie.
take my eyes off the screen.
My favorite
I
Batman
will say-
movies go 1 to 3: Dark Knight, Mask of the Phantasm, The Batman.
Massive Phantasm.
And then
one,
and
baby.
then 1989 at 4, and then Returns at
Returns
5.
Respectable.
Okay.
Superman.
Okay.
Massive Phantasm, goated, best movie of all time. In the
Dark Knight does
racist
it for me.
planet.
But
Remember BVS? That was cool.
hmm I remember walking out of the theater and being like, "Damn, that wasn't. I don't think that was good."
Oh, you want to hear a
unpopular
hot
take.
take?
I think that the extended edition actually has some. I don't
Actually,
think it's a
I've
bad
seen
movie.
a lot of video essays since it came out of people liking.
It's not as bad as people remember, especially with the
What
extended
BBS?
edition.
Or...
Yeah, in
And
terms of in the context of the Snyder vision, I think it's.
I
worse.
don't like.
I
the
really
Snyder
don't
Vision.
like the
I've never been
ending
down
of
with
it
the Snyder Vision
with-
with any character.
With the tease of Doomsday,
I think he has it all wrong.
or not Doomsday, sorry, of
Dark Side. Yeah.
Dark Side with the Lex Luthor theme going, and just
I will
with the
s-
painting turning upside down. I think that's a really good scene.
However, I will say, I think the man should have been given
Yeah,
the right
there you
to
go.
finish his
Chad.
finish
I like
his,
what Chad says.
to finish
man.
his
BVS is great.
Great. I don't know if
his-
it's great, but I like it. I like
his
it.
idea. Like, give him Justice League Part 2 and then end it. like-
Snyder?
That's all he needed. Yes.
I love the Snyder cut.
Here's an unpopular opinion. I really like Wonder Woman 1984.
That's a very unpopular
I haven't even
opinion.
seen that.
I think it's
Never
good.
even saw it. Didn't see Birds of Prey either.
Birds
These
of
are
Prey is like
DC
the
movies
most
that-
forgettable.
Yeah,
Birds of Prey is just
movie.
mid. It's just mid.
I thought
Unbelievably
the
mid.
first Wonder Woman was okay, and I was like, I'm not going to see the second one.
First
I hear
Wonder
it's
Woman,
bad.
I thought was a lot of fun. It was great.
I think.
It's heavily overrated.
I think 84 was good. What can I say?
Okay. Anyways, Henry Cavill coming back. I'm
Nice.
excited. I hope to God they actually announced a Superman movie. That would blow up, and that'd be so good for DC. I hope they make good decisions going forward. Because now they're owned by Discovery.
Would be like, whatever.
Well, now they're owned by Discovery, so it's and
Yeah, as
they
Chad said
Discovery has
earlier.
been specifically pushing about Superman.
At Warner Bros. Pre the Discovery buyout didn't know what they were doing. I would argue that Warner Bros. Post the Discovery buyout still doesn't know what they're doing.
Still know that is
But-
what we're doing.
But they're just trying to.
I
They're trying to. Well, because after the buyout, that's when all this Ezra nonsense happened, and so they're
Right.
that was going to be the movie that reset everything because the
Absolutely.
whole thing is like.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, they probably bought the company within the worst time.
ever.
Yeah, worst time to buy it. So anyways, there's that. So DC is still a mess.
I
I'm
think we're gonna have a
hoping
lot more to
Superman
talk
can
about
save them.
with DC post Comic Con, because there's a lot of what
There's
like
gonna
what
be
ifs,
we're
or
definitely
just,
gonna
what
we're
are they
definitely gonna have a lot
do?
to talk about.
This
next
is
week,
this is
so
a comment. Levi thinks Morbius is Oscar worthy. I don't think that actually.
Okay, good. It's like,
But
Oh, do you know that Sony is screening Morbius at Sdcc?
Are they really?
No one goes.
Yeah.
They, I don't know if they're
They're
waiting
screening
into a
it.
joke or they just don't get the joke. But either way,
it's
no
fine.
one
And I saw
that invested into the
I need to-
joke where they're
okay,
like, we're
I need
gonna
to show
see it.
this. I need to show
Well,
this because I just
Beyonder,
thought
there's
about
a lot of different versions of the drama. You're right. They started being problematic long before, but there was more stuff, like the whole eye
it's
breakdown,
more
the
just-
kidnapping, and it
consistent.
kept going. It
I'm
kept
gonna share
going.
my
Yes, it's-
screen.
It is hilarious how it keeps going.
I need
like,
to show
I
this
swear there's a
video
new
that
head-on, like,
I
every
didn't even
couple
know
days.
was the
And
thing.
it's just
But
like
apparently,
repeated
this,
bad behavior.
okay.
Hold on. There's
can
no way that they're actually screening.
Watch this.
Morbius.
Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my shit. Look at
I
this.
got it.
Okay. So here's. Okay. Watch this.
Wish y'all have my Morbid one. I've seen this.
Yeah, we've seen this.
You've seen that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Morbin time. This is from over a month ago.
I did not see this.
You didn't ever saw this?
No.
It's horrible. It's Jared Leto like, haha guys, like I get it.
I get
Like,
it.
No,
I'm in on it. It's like,
Stop!
no, you're the most like
Stop,
socially
Jared Leto.
awkward,
Stop.
socially inept human.
You're done, dude. Go back to your little retreat. You guys heard about that, right? When- during COVID,
Your
he was
cult
on.
He came
some sort
out.
of,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
on a retreat.
Wait,
Spirit
COVID
going
the
out after
thing?
months
That
and,
was the headline.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about COVID.
Yeah, it's
Jared
like, okay,
Leto
Jared Leto,
discovers
just go back, man.
COVID-19.
Just go back. No one wants you around anymore. You had 3 good
Yeah,
performances.
you're right.
in your career.
Zaslav did inherit it, but it's still Zaslav. I think Zaslav's like a Chapek type to me, where he doesn't really know creativity if it was right in front of him. Like he's a businessman, just like
Wait,
Chapek.
Zaslav's who?
Zaslav's the new head of
yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Oh.
He's in
What
charge.
you were telling me about Chapek making Thor shorter so it would
I know,
run
it's like
more
run
in
the movie longer,
theater.
like-
Yeah,
Very,
it's
like,
unfortunate
the
the
most
time that
evil
Discovery bought.
businessman thing
Yeah,
of
it's
all
unfortunate
time.
the time that Discovery
Like these
bought
people,
DC
these people at the head
or
of the
Warner Brothers.
companies. I don't know. I don't think they.
I mean, they hire them because they're businessmen to make money.
I know, but Iger was such a unique example where Iger
Yes.
had an eye for, like, he had that business acumen. He made mistakes sometimes, but he legitimately like tried to let the creatives do their work. Like I sincerely believe that about him. And Chapek and people like Zaslav, I don't think give two shits at all about
Nope.
the
No.
creativity of the art.
That's why success is going to be the what's going to determine what gets sequels nowadays. So
Which is weird to me. Why
Yeah.
Shazam? Why they greenlit a fucking Shazam sequel? It's like
I think it did better than, like, I don't know. It didn't do horribly.
in
It wasn't a
the
flop. It made
non-pandemic
profit.
time, it made 366 million. I don't think that's a profit. I mean, it must have cost at least 100 to budget, and then
Mhm.
another like many millions to market.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
no way. Like I said, Solo made 30 million more and was considered a complete failure.
It's true.
It's true.
I just don't understand.
It's true.
Yeah, its budget was 100 million.
Back
Anyways,
to
do
Comic-Con.
we want to move on?
One more thing
so-
about DC.
yeah.
Do we expect anything like the Batman 2 related? Like nothing.
No, I think it'll be
Not-
about the show.
Not even just like this is
Actually-
happening, because we know it's
okay.
happening.
Here's what I think could happen. They show
Something
the
mug.
Batman 2 logo and it's blue. Then I will be hyped until the movie comes out.
It's like
I
frosted.
am hyped already, but
I am hyped already.
I
But
want it to be even more red. I want a red sky. Me and Johnny have talked about this.
Oh,
we want the
we
Batman
doing,
animated
Mug?
series red sky.
Um,
I just did that, Johnny.
Okay, I said hi. I didn't.
That's
I
the
was
last
on
thing
another
I just wanted to
tab.
bring up. I think there's gonna be more to talk about after.
No,
Comic-Con.
I'm researching. Anyways, but yeah, Batman. I hope they do stuff about the Batman. I don't know. I think they'll do stuff about the shows potentially. I think because Penguin is gonna
They've
be
been
the first
full.
show to come out. And I know they worked on the pilot. They just finished up the pilot.
Come
something
on,
like
what
that.
are you showing me?
What are you showing me? Come on!
La Rata.
La Rata.
Great
You-
performance.
I think that might
USB.
be one of the goofiest scenes in any Batman movie.
Easily.
Oh, that is a crazy thing to say. There's
I-
some goofy.
I know there
goofy
is.
Batman
I know there
versus
is.
Batman and Robin.
Well, in terms of
The
okay.
biker- the
It was more of a
biker
joke-
chase
It was a
scene?
joke claim. It was a
In
joke
terms of-
claim.
yeah,
I know
but in
this goofy-
But in terms of
Yeah.
like the serious Batman movies,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
easily the one of the goofiest.
Absolutely. Is,
Like you almost can't
what are you
count Batman and
showing
Robin.
me? Come on. Yeah.
Batman
USB.
returns, or he
World's
kicks the
greatest
clown guy with a
detectives.
bomb into his sewer, and like as he blows up.
Dude,
That's
that's
pretty good.
awesome. The
That's good
penguins
stuff.
with rockets.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
All right, sure. Let's go back to
Thank
Marvel.
you,
Let's
thank
go
you,
back to
Mug, for
Marvel.
your beautiful.
Or whatever is next in Johnny's little slideshow
MCU.
here. MCU. Yeah,
The Masu.
thought so.
You may have heard of it.
MCU. So there's a couple things I want to talk about specifically. There's been a bunch of rumors going around about a whole array of things at Marvel. Again, we mentioned earlier, like there was the Fantastic Four stuff, and there's some Doctor
Fantastic.
Doom stuff. I'm seeing the big one in terms of Fantastic Four being that the Thing is going to be in She-Hulk. I don't know anything about that. That's just what I've seen, and he'll be played by Jason Sudeikis. Oh no, not Jason Sudeikis. I'm
Jason
sorry.
Sudeikis.
Not Jason
See-
Sudeikis. What's the guy's name? He's in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, Jason Segel.
Jason Segel. That's what I was looking for.
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
they played by him.
Love Jason
so-
Segel. Muppet movie. Goated.
Muppet movie. Great movie. I
Great
like
movie.
him as an actor. I'm intrigued to
Good
see
actor.
him as the Thing. I think that could work.
Well,
I'm interested.
as far as She-Hulk goes, I think we'll get some footage this weekend.
Yeah, She-Hulk will definitely get another trailer.
I don't think so.
They'll
Well,
definitely,
I'd say footage.
yeah,
This comes out in a couple weeks.
I know. It'll be there.
Yeah.
I don't think Disney Plus sucks in terms of their marketing. At the times
That's
they,
true.
they put out that trailer. They'll be like, oh, here's like a 30-second TV spot.
Hey, well, they're gonna
You'll
do
watch
the
it.
final. They're gonna do like a
I
She-Hulk
don't know.
final.
And it's the
trailer.
next show coming up. They're gonna talk about it a little bit.
Oh, they'll talk
Yeah,
about it.
No, that is one of the headline shows. It's,
maybe
it's
they'll
She-Hulk,
announce the.
Wakanda Forever and then Quantumania, I think.
Oh no. Oh, Guardians.
No, Guardians. I'm sorry.
Well, Guardians.
James Gunn
well,
said that.
well, there's
like,
a holiday
there's gonna be-
special this
That
this
too.
Christmas.
This year.
The volume 3. I mean, James Gunn said like to expect. He's gonna be there.
Yeah.
He said expect lots of
So
content.
I think it'll be a huge panel, but She-Hulk's
Well, they
definitely
finished
a big
shooting
thing.
it, right?
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna quickly run back to DC because we talked about James Gunn and it came up in my head. Peacemaker season 2. That's what I want to hear.
Do
about.
you really want to?
That's
Do you
what I
really
wanna
want
hear
to
about.
taste it?
Peacemaker was
No.
an amazing show.
Great
I
show.
loved the Suicide Squad too.
One of the better. Yes, I did too.
I
One
would
of the better
agree.
superhero shows I've seen in a while.
I mean,
So,
yeah, and James Gunn. Oh, actually,
you
no,
want
that's a
you
great
really
point
wanna
because
pin,
James
pin.
Gunn is doing something else for DC that's not Peacemaker or Suicide Squad.
Oh, you know where else? We're probably gonna see Blue Beetle too.
Yeah, Blue Beetle. Yeah,
Sure.
Solo.
that.
I'm very excited for that. Actually, very
Let's
hyped.
run back to MCU.
Run
I just had
back to
backtrack
MCU.
Okay,
for
now
a
we're
second.
running back to
We were
MCU.
talking earlier, and one of the I'm still running because we're not quite there yet. One of the
I'm there.
things.
You just slow.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm a little slow. The things we were talking about was
Get
one of
faster.
the biggest criticisms online is that Phase 4 doesn't have a. It doesn't feel like
Connective tissue?
it has a direction yet.
It doesn't have a
And-
big bad yet.
And Johnny, you were like kind of dumping on Phase 4 a little bit earlier, and I know I've said this, but I just want to reiterate it. That personally, for me, the start of Phase 4 was the shaky part. Shang-Chi, Black Widow,
Yes.
Eternals, that was the shaky part. Since Spider-Man: No Way
Recently-
Home, I feel like I'm on board.
Yeah, Doctor Strange,
I-
Thor,
Doctor Strange and Thor both landed for me.
Miss Marvel.
Miss
all
Marvel
landed.
really landed for me. The shows on a whole, in terms of what they're doing for the story, I think work. They're always obviously kind of mid, like Hawkeye, kind of mid sometimes, but establishing Kate Bishop as like a young Avenger, like that, I like. And like bringing
love
Elena
Hawkeye.
in.
We're still
that
waiting
connectivity.
on, with
But like that stuff,
whether she's
Yeah,
Madam Hydra. or
I
whatever.
think it was
yeah,
for
but like
me,
that stuff I
Julia
agree
Louis
with. Yeah, that
Dreyfus is-
stuff I like. Yeah.
I think it was for me. I think it was just more of. I just felt marveled out. I think they're just too much.
John
I think
Walker.
that's
But it's because
more
it
what
lacked
is.
a direction. I think that was the big thing.
It was the 2021 Marvel that I feel like lacked direction.
My
Also, I think-
Marvel
I
was
think-
pretty.
I
Was
think
overall pretty
Iron Man
dog.
and Robert Downey carried the MCU for quite some time.
Yeah.
But they're gonna do like a midnight.
But I will say I
Werewolf
don't.
by
I
Midnight
don't
kind of
even
thing.
feel like now it even is to the level.
What is
of
it? What is it?
Midnight
What is it? Midnight Suns? Because the end of Eternals,
Yeah.
freaking Blade shows up, which is awesome. Love that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do like an underworld sort of like
Correct.
I don't know, but the Young Avengers and
Well,
I see.
where do
I
you
see
get?
it's
Are,
coming.
are we
Well, hold
going
on.
towards
So,
a Kang,
I-
or are we going towards Secret Wars? Because
Both. Kang is Secret
Both.
Wars.
Yeah, Kang. Yeah.
So I will say though, I don't feel like it's to the level of a direction that the previous phases have had, as well. Even
I
now,
don't really know. I really don't think the previous phases really had that strong of a direction until
I
like
don't agree.
the two Avengers movies were the only thing that gave it strong direction. Like you can't
Yeah,
sit
and that's
here
where everything was
and tell
leading
me though
towards.
I know, but you can't sit here and tell me that like Iron Man 2 was like this massive direction push for the Infinity Saga. Like no way. Like
I mean, I guess, but
wait, I'm saying it's the
I don't know,
same
I'm
way
just-
as like
I-
Shang-Chi did.
It's. I guess so.
Nor is
It-
Iron Man
it's-
3. Iron Man 3 is like a Shane Black vessel.
Iron
which
Man
is
2
really
definitely
good.
had like
Big
the
luck.
Nick Fury's like implications, and it brought in Black Widow. So
Exactly. So I'm saying it's the same thing as like these new like kind
Yeah,
of
I don't
lesser phase
It's
4
taking
ones that
its
are
time.
bringing in characters.
It's yeah.
I'm
it's-
saying I see a lot of similarities for me until the beginnings of phase 1 and phase 2 in terms of the direction. Like I
The-
feel like people overstate how much focus there was in their first movies. They did not have that much focus, man.
I just
The
think
Marvel
they're
burnout for
all
me-
way better quality movies than what
The
we have.
Incredible
yeah.
Hulk.
that's what I'm saying. The Marvel burnout for me is more about the quality of movies,
I think that's where mine
shows,
arises from.
and
as
not
well.
so much like what they're going towards. But either way, I feel like me and Levi felt a lot more strongly about the past few movies than Johnny and Dylan
Yeah.
have.
I mean, I've been
Because people
pretty
forever,
mid on
and I'm
that.
one of them, have been like, let's see a different direction for the MCU, meaning in terms of the way, like the creative side. And for me, I feel like I've gotten that with Sam Raimi, with Taika, with the team behind Miss Marvel. Like those were
Yeah.
different visions outside of the, your Falcon and Winter Soldiers and your
Yeah.
Shang-Chi's, which feel very run of the mill.
No,
phase
this,
two Marvel.
this, I will
This-
agree with your statement that this year has been a far better year than last year.
Moon Knight, even
For
I think
Marvel.
Moon Knight has
Moon
really
Knight
And
strong.
now,
was a lot
like
of
I
fun.
think that
Yeah.
this weekend we're gonna get like a really strong. Like I think
hope.
we're gonna see Secret Invasion.
I hope we get
trailer.
that Kevin Feige picture with a huge wall of a timeline behind
We
it.
will. They
Love that
they
stuff.
are very aware that they need something big.
What is this
and I
about?
think-
Johnny was probably raging about Spider-Man. Maybe.
And just with Miss Marvel coming
possible.
out last week.
No Way Home is much different.
Was
from
it really?
me.
Was it 2
No
weeks
Way Home is
ago?
much different from me.
Or
What?
last week?
What was?
Miss Marvel
I
finale.
think it was last week. It was a
it
week ago
really?
today.
Wow.
It was?
Anyways, with the
Feels like a
reveal
lifetime
of the
ago, but
mutants
it was.
there at the end, like the mutants revealed like a week
Oh, it was.
before Comic-Con,
Whoa.
like that.
Weird.
That's intentional.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get very big MCU implications this weekend because they know
Absolutely.
that people are getting burnt out. So,
So,
but that being said, there's
anyways.
a few more things like Doctor Doom. We've talked about Silver
Yeah.
Surfer. I'm really hoping for. I know it's a long shot.
I don't think we'll get any.
Well, hold on.
don't
I
think we'll
heard
get to
I heard a
that
couple
level
things
yet,
in there
but-
because I want to rewind a little bit because there is a difference between
there's a
Secret
lot.
Wars and Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I know. Secret Invasion is
Secret
gonna lead
Invasion
into
is a
wars.
show that's coming
Completely
out.
different things.
Completely different things. And Secret
Yeah,
Invasion
like,
is a show
I know they have the same like kind of name, but it's completely
No,
different.
I know.
that are filming right now. Amelia Clark's in it. Nick Fury's in it. Sam
Fury.
Jackson. Like
Agents
they're
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
filming that. It's been made, and that show is coming out probably early
year.
next year.
Yeah. That's a
soonish, like,
2023 show.
running alongside
And
of
we're gonna
Ahsoka, I
see
bet.
a lot of that. Or
And I bet
not
we'll
a
see that,
lot.
yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
definitely. talk
we will
about it.
get. I feel like we might get that sizzle reel thing that we got last year. I think, or the year before. Remember the sizzle reel where they kind of popped in and showed all the shows a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that better. I also think though that just the goal of the Infinity Saga was
I can agree with
just-
that. I
just-
think it's maybe not maybe people not seeing what it's leading to.
like just by the plot device of the Infinity Stones is so much easier to square into a
Right.
narrative structure for people to
what we have
understand
now.
than like
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
like Secret Wars or Secret Invasion.
That's a
Like
fair
No, it
The
hasn't
man-
been as like
the man
cut
needs to
and
get the
dry, though.
stones.
Because
is-
I
is-
think with
yeah.
Loki sort of coming in and like introducing Kang, and then it sort of like hasn't.
I know, but that's
touched
what
on
like
that,
but Secret
again.
Wars is about like multiversal like
Secret
multiverse is
Wars
literally colliding.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Like that is harder to set up.
which I think that
then-
Doctor Strange seems to be setting up with the incursion. at the end
Exactly.
there.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of setup, and there's a lot of connections that people in Phase 4 that I want to point out. Yeah, like you brought up earlier, Val going from Black Widow into Falcon and Winter Soldier, bringing her into Hawkeye. With
Hawkeye,
sending Yelena, like there's that
Yeah.
going on. There's also the Shang-Chi established how the 10 rings work, and seeing the 10 rings logo in Miss Marvel for me was like, that's a cool connection, building that. And then
Yeah.
they talk about, Captain Marvel's talking about at the end, like, we don't know what this is. There's something there. Then like the incursions for Doctor Strange are clearly have to do with Loki, and Loki exploding the multiverse had to do with No Way Home, in my opinion. Like the way that the universe
Yeah,
could
and
open up
that's
to that.
that's a convoluted line too, because we don't.
But I don't know. It's still
That's
is
a Sony-
definitely
that's a Sony
harder to
Sony problem.
connect because it
Yeah.
feels a lot more disconnected with every show feeling like stylistically very different. I think that's
Yeah.
part of the issue.
my
I think
point,
what Beyonder said is right though.
my
Like,
point was that to have the multiverses collide in a Secret Wars thing, you have to establish a lot of different parts
Each.
of
Yeah.
because the thing in the comics was, to my understanding, from what I've read, is it's like all these different things coming together
Yeah,
to
it's
create
literally
this.
so it's called Battle World, and literally it's like like chunks of like all these universes. just
yeah.
like fucking-
And so Phase 4 has to establish these new chunks of the
Yeah.
universes because ultimately they are building to Young Avengers. Like you had Isaiah Bradley in
in
Falcon, and
and Winter
Winter-
Soldier,
who's
yeah.
Patriot. You have you have Miss Marvel. You have Kate Bishop. You have a Wiccan and Speed from Wanda's kids.
ugh,
Yeah,
like,
I hate
not-
that.
What is their song?
We want
What?
ice cream like all
Hey.
good kids do.
It's
Yeah,
so
no.
oh,
But, like
Boo.
they're building the Young Avengers.
Redemption.
So
Yes,
I don't know
fair.
Beyonder. I think
And
there is something
maybe the
to share if
Dark
you want to
Avengers.
I
perhaps.
I've kind of been thinking about it. I think for me it's just been a dip in quality. I felt
It's a quality
I feel very oversaturated with Marvel, and it's.
But that was earlier. I think
I mean,
that's
I
what
don't
I
think-
felt
I don't
during
think-
like Shang-Chi and Captain, or Winter
I know, but
Soldier.
we still
I
done a
liked
lot of Marvel this
Falcon.
year,
I
and,
liked
like,
Falcon and Winter
the-
Soldier.
yeah, but
the
I
year
think
is
the
half
quality has been high
and we
for all
have-
of it.
I just don't think we can underestimate
I
how
don't-
run of the mill mid
You don't think-
Black Widow was.
This is what
Yeah,
we were
I
saying
agree.
earlier. I think
I
that we
agree.
disagreed. Like I think that Doctor Strange and Thor are both really good movies.
You think
I-
Thor?
I-
You think Thor was really good?
I liked it. Yeah,
For the most part, I agree with Ben.
don't
I
think
really
you
like
guys-
Thor.
really
Yeah,
good.
from
Maybe
the-
strong.
From
I
the
liked it.
conversation we had, it doesn't seem like it. But
Definitely not. That's not true. I liked it a lot.
What he
Yeah.
said was
Very
how the
fun
weakest part
movie.
was Natalie Portman, which I think is a
Yes.
fair criticism.
Yes,
But
she's
there's a lot of
definitely-
other
Yeah,
things
I-
going
I
I
on.
thought
certainly agree
narratively
with
it
that.
wasn't amazing, but like
I
very
thought it was
fun
okay.
movie. I think the quality was good. Like, and I'm excited for Guardians now.
yeah, I'm very excited for Guardians because That's gonna be awesome. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been varying with my thoughts, but
It definitely the hype
know.
is not where it used to be at all.
no, not at all.
And I think that has to do with
But I
just the
think we're
quantity of
building
the
up to
shows.
that.
We're absolutely building. Yeah, I can.
I
totally
think
agree with
the
that.
hype difference, because I think all the points that have been raised have merit to them. It's an interesting debate because there's clearly something different about the way the Marvel fandom is operating right now. There's something different, and you're right. It's quantity versus quality. Is the quality better? I think so on some of these shows. My thing is,
Really?
there used to be mood.
Yeah.
There used to be time.
But
Even if the MCU was considered oversaturated, there were still months and months and months in between movies. There were 3 movies a year at most. But now with the shows at the same time, there's rarely a week. Like you talked about it, Gibbs. Like the logo when it comes up, it doesn't feel special anymore. I think it's because it's just how much of it is being out. Like
That's-
They
that's
really need
kinda
they need to take a
a
Star
logo
Wars thing and
change.
do like a TV
the different
show
one
logo
because each
I
of those
swear.
shows is like a 6-hour long movie. Like when I watched
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, I binged it. And it felt like a long movie. And to introduce the character, it accomplishes the same thing that like an Iron Man does in a way. It establishes the character, or Homecoming.
yeah.
It just is taking longer, and people they're just inundated with this universe more so than they ever have before. Even with Star Wars, there's never been 3 Star Wars movies a year and also 6 Star Wars TV shows or whatever. Like that is an unprecedented.
that-
Which I hope is.
I think
level we
after
never get to.
Mando, when everyone
I don't want
started to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions until next year's Mando, I think they're like, there needs to be constant content on Disney Plus if people want to keep up their subscriptions, and that's the moneymaker. They make a lot of money a month.
I've just been flip-flopping with Marvel. I'm very excited for this weekend, though, to learn about what's going on, because I mean, again, if we want to go back to what is actually going to be talked about at Comic-Con, or kind of the rumors circulating.
Doctor Doom. There's a lot of really interesting stuff that could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So Doctor Doom is a big thing, and I think it's very funny how Doctor Doom kind of came about. So I don't know. Do you guys know who Howard Stern is?
Yeah. Of course.
So
No.
No, I never heard of him.
he's gonna.
Never heard. Well, come on.
I don't know. It's a reasonable question.
It was
Okay.
weird. I didn't understand that. Go ahead though.
So
Is he like
this
in
all
it?
started because of Howard Stern. This whole Doctor Doom conversation.
It's like, oh, I'm making.
So
I'm so confused by it.
So they were off air. It was off air, but they were still or maybe they thought they were off air, and it was so he.
The mics were hot.
He's on Sirius XM, and they have their own whole app, and they have their own their own thing, and so I think they just let the episode run on for a little longer, how podcasts do that sometimes.
Yeah.
So they'll get the intro and outro, and they'll just okay, they'll talk a little bit after they're done with the actual podcast. Anyways, so that's what happened with Howard Stern, and one of his assistants brought up Doctor Doom, and he's like, Kevin Feige wants to have a meeting with you about Doctor Doom. And he's like, and it's so funny how he reacts to it, because Howard Stern's a big Spider-Man fan. I know that, which is kind of cool. But he's like, I don't want to do this effing show, and the hours, it's too long, it's too much. But yeah, he kept going on and on and ranting about how he doesn't want to be in Doctor Doom, but he's gonna be in Doctor Doom.
I mean, he also
so
just
that-
said that.
so then-
He's like, this schedule sucks.
Yeah, the schedule sucks. I don't want to do this.
He also
And-
talked about
so
Robert
weird.
Downey Jr. too.
I didn't understand it. I
Talked
just
about
read.
Robert Downey Jr.
What about him?
He talked about him. I think he was talking about how he was calling him, asking for acting techniques and stuff.
Yeah,
Because I guess
something like
I guess
that.
Howard Stern's going to be in it, because I just read
He's
the
in
headlines
Doctor
and I
Doom.
was
I
was so
think he's Dr.
confused by
Doom.
it.
No, he's not playing Doctor Doom.
I was just
We don't know who
so
Dr. Doom is yet. People are.
I was
thinking
just
it could
so
be John
confused by
Turlo.
it. I was so confused by the headlines. I'm like, what the hell does Howard Stern have to do with Doctor Doom? I thought
it's
at the
pretty
point he
funny.
was like,
No.
so weird.
So it's pretty funny, but anyways,
That seems legit then. That seems very legit.
Yeah. No, so I mean,
It sort of seemed like a
absolutely is,
prank, dude. It was a little it seemed like too big of a mistake to make. But
but,
Sometimes
hot
that stuff
mic.
happens though.
yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree. I think it's definitely purposeful. But anyways, so since then, Doctor Doom has exploded, and everyone's like, "What, Doctor Doom? Doctor Doom?" So apparently he's getting his own show. Obviously, this is all rumored to kind of leak stuff, but
it shows. I was hearing movie.
it's
I heard
gonna.
show.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a show, from what I understand. There was a concept art piece that was leaked. I don't think it's real though.
You don't think it's real?
No, I don't think it's real. But we'll see. And then people started talking about who's playing Doctor Doom and this, that, and the other thing. And Giancarlo, he seems to be the runner-up, or that's what people are saying.
To play
I don't.
Doom?
To play Doom. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if like a Doom like solo
seems so
show
old.
would work. Like he can't be making jokes, like unless they like
Von
change
Doom,
the
isn't he,
like-
character.
He's a very serious
He
character.
like doesn't talk much. He's very like cold.
I know.
Stoic.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
No,
also I
he's
didn't.
like he's like silent,
He's also not like a
strong
65-year-old man.
No, he's an
He's the
antagonist.
president of a country.
Dude, what is it? It's not Wachovia, because Sokovia is it's like what?
Yeah.
It starts with the
Wachovia.
W. It's like no, it's some fictional Eastern European country.
Yes.
Latveria.
Latvia. Yeah.
But anyway, so Doctor Doom, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that show. I mean,
Wachovia.
again,
Wachovia is just
the-
Sokovia with a W.
it's Giancarlo
Dumb.
seems to be in the.
Oh, Mug is saying I thought he was gonna be Professor X, Giancarlo, which I could
yeah,
see.
some
That would
people
be
were saying
sick.
That too.
That'd be sick.
That would be cool. Yeah, I'm trying
That'd
to
be a
think.
cool.
That'd
He'd be a cool
interesting.
Professor X.
I do think either way, Giancarlo is going to be announced as something this weekend.
It's crazy he's not in a Marvel property,
Marvel thing
considering
already,
that he's
yeah.
in everything else.
Yeah, and he's so.
It's in
But
DC.
either way, so
Star
again,
Wars.
there's Giancarlo's being thrown on everywhere. People want him to play Mr. Freeze too in the Batman. So.
Bryan Cranston.
So anyways, there's that. But so yeah, I don't know what's going on with Doctor Doom, but I mean, from what I understand, they will be talking about Doctor Doom. I don't know how far they're gonna go
Who's
with it. I
Giancarlo
mean,
in a
like,
DC property?
He plays Lex Luthor in that new Harley Quinn show.
yeah,
Oh,
in the animated show.
It's not huge, but
It's a fun show.
it's
yeah.
a fun show.
Anyway,
He's
so
involved.
yeah, Doctor Doom's a whole nother thing, and then yeah, I mentioned the thing, and then I saw something the other day. I don't really know the validity or like the truth of this, but like, we were saying that Joe Keery is gonna be the Human Torch.
I don't know, man. I
Steve
think
Harrington?
we've been going for a while,
could be
so
kinda
I
Yeah,
wanna-
that's going sort of deep.
I want to move to another topic or closing thoughts, because I do run up here on time.
Well, there's more about Marvel. I mean,
I know
what
what's
do
I'm
you
saying.
mean?
Like I don't know, just like going in deep on these like weird. I don't think
Yeah.
he's gonna be that's like
I don't.
I think that's some tinfoil hat stuff. Personally.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
I mean, no,
Um,
you know what? I could be wrong. He's a hot actor. Marvel loves to snap up the talent and be like, look,
Yeah,
we got him.
I don't agree with that. I think this sounds
But-
actually like it. Probably
I'm sure. I think his
true.
point is though they're bigger fish
Yeah. Okay.
to
Absolutely.
fry.
We can get to it. We can get to it. So yeah, there's that stuff and yeah, I mean, and then yeah, apparently we're gonna get some sort of an X-Men announcement, whether that be a movie or a show. Something with the X-Men. What?
I was doing the bit.
No. That's. Oh, I thought you were like saying no. Yeah. No,
They
so
did it
that's
in the
apparently
freaking
gonna-
show. They did it on twice now. They've riffed on that 90.
I thought you were
94
saying like no, that's not gonna happen.
No. I was
Yeah. So apparently,
Doc
yeah,
Strange
so they're
and Ms. Marvel.
announcing. They're announcing something with X-Men. I don't know if it's gonna be a show or a movie, or who it's gonna be focused on. But another thing is, yeah, I mean, there's been a whole rumor about Taron Egerton playing Wolverine, and the man is jacked, and he's preparing for something. It very well
think
could
it's
be
him.
this.
I think it's him.
It very well could be this. I think he's a great actor. I'm very intrigued to see him if he would be playing Wolverine, but who knows? So there's that. So the biggest thing is, I know we'll absolutely get info on Fantastic Four and X-Men. That's the big two that they've been, teasing for the longest time, and I think we'll actually get some solid information this weekend about that stuff.
Okay.
So there's that. So that's pretty much the biggest stuff.
Echo. No, we're talking
what?
about Echo.
Oh, then there's Echo.
I think they're talking about Echo, and then especially like we sort of know. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I think 3 episodes are going to have Kingpin, and 2 episodes are going to have Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Wait,
Yeah,
isn't there some rumor about how the show is about someone hunting someone down or someone hunting her down?
I'm not sure
Kingpin?
about that.
I don't know.
I know that Kingpin's going to have an eye patch too because he was shot in the face.
Yar.
Yar. And then also there's a chance we see Matt Murdock and She-Hulk, but I guess that's going to
It's
be
gonna
a surprise.
suck.
It's probably going to suck.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna
yeah.
suck.
I saw a tweet about it where it was like.
I didn't know about that Kingpin stuff. That's
I
gonna
saw
suck.
there was like a joke that it was like, can't wait to see Can't wait to see Matt Murdock in a fully CGI yellow
Yeah,
suit.
we saw that.
And-
Yeah. Red and yellow suit,
Red
like,
and
doing,
yellow
a,
suit.
like
Doing a flip
like catch
as-
you on
after-
the flippity
Flippity
flip.
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 Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
funny move.
Yes.
But I mean, some of that's true, unfortunately. So,
Catch you on the flip. Flip.
yeah,
That goes the
I
last big thing, I think.
I think
I have it on
D23 is
good,
going to be more
I
Star
have it
Wars.
on good authority that he potentially will be in She-Hulk. So, we'll see.
I mean, I think it's like an open secret at this point. I don't think anyone. I feel like people are just talking about it.
Okay.
You don't think so? I see it all over. I mean, that literally that flippy flip
Bro,
joke.
Yeah.
Like I think people.
People aren't saying She-Hulk.
Oh, well, I mean, the
They're
whole
saying
like.
his own show because there's been they just got confirmed for Echo and then
Yes.
also their
yeah,
own show.
It's I know,
That-
but people
that's-
know. Like, yeah, people know.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah,
No, that he's
She-Hulk, so
coming in the MCU. I mean, what do you mean? Like,
I know.
it's inevitable. He was in No Way Home. Like,
but
Yeah.
we don't know that he's gonna be in She-Hulk for sure.
No, She-Hulk, we don't know.
no,
Yeah,
I'm,
that's-
I'm talking about. Never mind. I think
I know what
there's a
you're talking
miscommunication.
about. There usually is.
It's true. It's true. There is.
So yes, so I think that the soonest we will see him is in She-Hulk. Kingpin, will definitely be in Echo. That's the soonest we'll see him. So, maybe we'll get info on them as well. It'd be cool if Charlie Cox came out. That'd be kind of hype. But we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be really hype. I don't
if
think
they
would
announce
do that.
announce the Daredevil show officially, that'd be pretty exciting.
That's, to me, that is
Well-
that is like post Echo, because I think they're going to be in Echo.
Yeah, no, it's after Echo, but I mean,
But I don't think they would announce it even. I think they want to keep
Mm.
Daredevil a surprise.
it's
These
been
are
like
leaks. It's nothing like announced. Like, it's just that we sort of know these things.
the show. The show is happening, and it's filming.
I know
this
it is, but I'm
It's filming
but
this year, so
I
they're gonna announce.
I
it.
promise you they're not going to come out this weekend and say there's a Daredevil show. I promise that. There's just going
I
to be
don't think-
so many
I don't-
other shows. And
I don't know what's
movies we're
going on.
talking about.
I don't know if you can just say that, but okay, fair enough, I guess. Anyway, so there's that, and yeah, so Marvel should be a lot of Marvel, and DC's a mess, and Star Wars
I feel like
is
we
gonna
covered
get
it.
hype in the next couple weeks.
I think we covered it.
No,
Andor's,
it's
Andor's,
a month and a half.
Andor's
D23
about-
is what, September 10th?
I know, but Andor's going to come out. before
Andor's
then.
coming out.
Andor's going to go so hard.
A few other notable things at Comic-Con for people more expansive in a nerd culture. Say John Wick 4 might be talked about. There's not a panel or anything.
So delayed.
But Chad Stileski is going to be there, and so is Keanu Reeves for separate things.
Yeah.
But it's possible
that
to
guy.
talk about it.
Keanu Reeves is gonna be there for his comic.
Are you excited for Bullet Train? Could be good.
I cannot decide how I feel about that movie. Some of the trailers
The
look
first
like
trailer,
it's gonna be really good.
The first trailer was perfect, and these new
And then
ones
the
where they
other
like
trailers
reveal
look
more.
so goofy and like just looks
I
like
know.
A bad movie,
I had
so
that
I
seen
have
feeling.
no idea. I'm gonna
I
go
had
and
that
see it.
I haven't seen the newer stuff.
Oh, the first trailer is perfection.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
awesome.
and then the new ones are like.
Yes.
I feel like they kind of spoiled what the movie
Don't
is.
forget, it's a Sony movie.
I know,
Don't
it sucks.
forget.
I'm like,
Don't
oh wow,
forget.
that looks good. What it like? Because it's the director of Deadpool 2. It's the guy who works on
Speaking
it's
of Sony
good.
movies,
Tales of the Jedi.
Madam
my
Web.
guys.
Madam Web is
Oh yeah.
filming
Delayed.
in Boston.
Yeah, me
also
and
delayed.
Johnny have both applied to be extras on Madam Web.
It also got
We'll see if-
pushed back.
That's
What, by like
So-
6 months?
Let's hope we get. I'm not sure how much we'd be able to talk. We can say if you're an extra, I guess, but then you sign a bunch of NDAs.
I don't
so.
know if you can. I mean, you can say
You can't even
apply.
say if you're an extra.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well we
I wouldn't say
applied,
much.
so
All we can say is we applied.
Having known extras and stuff who can't
Yeah.
say things, I would
Well,
Well,
not.
you can't say anything about the movie, obviously.
Okay.
You
Obviously.
can't
anyway,
even say you're.
Move on. Move on.
Okay.
That's right.
We
Tales
these
of
two
the
are
Jedi,
the-
anything yet.
These two are the stars of Madam Web.
Tales of the Jedi is coming
Announcing
out,
it right
is
now.
coming out at some point. We don't know the date for sure.
Me and Johnny were joking
Oh my
about
God,
having
yeah.
a,
I
having
do-
a
I
sex
do-
scene
I am-
with Sydney Sweeney.
Did you hear that?
It's funny. It's funny stuff.
It's funny stuff.
No, I didn't hear
that
what.
Venom 2
I heard-
saved
Yeah,
theaters
no, did you
for
see this?
What does that mean?
I want to talk about this before I go because we've
I
been
don't
going for 90
understand.
minutes here. This like Sony, the head of Sony Pictures, was like, no, we Venom 2 paved the way for Top Gun Maverick and No Way Home, and without Venom 2, they would be nothing. Like unironically.
What does that
He was-
mean? There would be
is it-
nothing.
He was like, "Oh, theater," because people didn't. He was like, "Oh, let me just pull the quote."
If people weren't going to like.
People weren't
movie
going to the
theaters.
theaters. Yeah, and then
Come
and
on,
then
man.
Venom 2.
I guess, but like No Way Home was.
Here,
definitely
look,
the
look,
saving
Sony.
grace.
This is a Gizmodo article. Sony credits Sony's Venom 2 with ... Top Gun Maverick success? Question mark. Yeah, here, listen to this.
I'm not quite understanding that, but okay, interesting, I guess.
Oh, this is what he said. He
And a
says,
whack. Sony is a whack company.
listen to the quote. Listen to the
Okay.
quote. Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group president Sanford Panich said, There's so much press about Top Gun right now. It's like the movie business is back. It's weird in a way. I would say Top Gun is benefiting from us taking our shot. Venom is the start of the story that allows Top Gun to do the kind of business it did. When we first started releasing movies like Venom last October, there were really no other big movies. Everyone had pushed their big theater movies to this year, to the summer. We took a big gamble putting Venom in theaters. And they go on to talk about how
Come
Venom
on, man.
Venom is responsible for
I think they got it all
everyone's
wrong.
success. Oh, I think Venom. I think Venom is Venom. Venom.
Love it.
Is that the end? Is that the end where we talk about Venom?
I think this is.
It's
I think
the
this is the end. We've been going for a
think this is-
while.
No, we had a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. It's true, and we'll have a lot more to talk about next week.
Next week.
So
Potentially.
we will be doing a stream at some point this weekend. I'm gonna try to.
Stream.
yeah.
For SDCC. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that and then Hot Toys.
Oh,
I think for SDCC live reaction to the.
yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
free Saturday and Sunday.
I don't know how.
Yeah, we're really busy
I
this
don't know.
weekend. It's my birthday
Yeah.
tomorrow, so
It's
Oh,
Gibbs' birthday.
bro,
tomorrow.
why are we all born so at the same time? I didn't know that.
No.
yeah,
Yep.
I knew it was Johnny's birthday. I didn't realize it was your birthday like right
yeah.
after.
It's my birthday
Yep.
tomorrow, so
Gibbs'
this
his
weekend's
birthday.
gonna be a little busy for me. But Sunday night,
Happy
perhaps we
birthday,
could-
man. What
Thank
the hell?
This is.
Are you
tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm
22?
21. I'm 21.
Gibbs
Okay,
and
I was like,
Gibbs
not
and
that much older.
Johnny's birthday weekend.
Gibbs and I were born like a week apart.
Yep.
In 2001.
So perhaps
Well,
Sunday
2001.
we could.
I'm a Leo and you guys are not. How about that, huh?
Thanks, chat.
Is that true?
Yeah, no. I 23 is when it goes.
Yeah, I
into
think the
Leo,
Thank
cutoff
you,
right?
Carter.
is-
Happy
yeah.
This is
birthday
depressing
to
stuff.
Carter as well.
Happy birthday, Carter.
Thank you, Carter. That wasn't funny, but that was wholesome. So it counts
No.
as your one comment of just goodness.
Thank you, Carter.
Thank you. Carter,
All right, guys. I think we're all tired.
I just need to go. I have to go eat dinner with my parents are coming over.
Oh, okay. Great.
They're stuck in traffic right now though. This is why I stayed on. So I was like, I'll keep talking about SDCC.
Sure.
Anyways. All right. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out. We'll do something this weekend. So.
Hey, kind of a
I don't
lame
know what.
outro, no? Thanks
No,
everyone
what
for
do you want
sticking
from me?
around.
Some big news
What do you want
coming
from me?
too.
Big
I
news.
know. I want.
big
news.
news.
Yeah,
Get-
everyone
get
who stayed this long,
excited.
thank you. We appreciate you. The stream
I
started
love you.
pretty low viewership, and at one point, we were up there towards 12 viewers, and we appreciate that.
I think we need to repeat trending.
At one point, you
titles.
did say like it was when you said She-Hulk a bunch. We shot up like
She-Hulk,
10
She-Hulk,
viewers.
She-Hulk,
It was
She-Hulk.
I'm
Watch,
not
I'll
even
do it again.
joking.
I'll do it again. She-Hulk, She-Hulk, She-Hulk.
It's going
Follow
up.
it up.
It's going on. She-Hulk,
See?
She-Hulk, She-Hulk.
Telling you.
All right.
If you
Now
just
they're
say
here,
these
and now
things,
we're
then-
leaving.
Everything works out.
Everything
All right,
works out.
guys. We'll see you
see you
this weekend and next week. Bye bye.
Wait, hold on. You want to do a bit on the way out?
Okay, you can do it.